Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the cast with the most opinions and the least information. Thanks for joining us in the study of what it means to be human and where exactly does your poop go after you flush it. Please enjoy the show as we explore these topics and many more with the crew that is, We Regret This Already. What do you think about Venezuela becoming the 51st state? Ladies and gentlemen, here we are, brought to you by We Regret This.
51st state?
Yeah.
You think it'll do it?
I mean, right now, it's
taking over?
It's almost like an unofficial providence so far. You know, right now it's under military rule, U.S. military rule. We got it. We got that oil, too. And when Trump was asked, like, could this be U.S. controlled for years into the future? And Trump's response was, it won't cost us anything. You know, it won't cost us anything at all. Plenty of money under the ground. We just have to go and get it.
They won't cost anything to what? To take over Venezuela?
No, to keep it, to hold it.
Oh, to keep
because
it?
of all the sweet, sweet dino juice it's got.
Dino juice.
Well, we're talking about what do you call?
Oh, it's right there.
So we ain't gonna give it back. If we take it like that, his vice president is saying it was barbaric what we did.
Oh yeah, she want the smoke.
Yeah, they want the smoke.
So she want that smoke too, huh?
They ain't coming with no smoke.
We'll give it to her.
They ain't giving no smoke.
Bro. You know, the Mexican president Sheinbaum is that she be talking like she wants to smoke, and you know why? It's a very interesting point that my old lady made. That if she doesn't speak out against it, then all of a sudden her sovereignty comes into question too, because what's different from Mexico and Venezuela? You know what I mean? What is the difference? Nothing. There's a very little difference, you know, except location. Mexico is very much ran in the almost, you know, who said it could be worse? You know, I mean,
wasn't it Venezuela not too long ago, a few years ago, where everybody was digging out of the trash to get food and this, that, and the other? Was that Venezuela?
I mean, I'm sure that was all communist countries at one point. That's why communism sucks.
No. I'm talking about just recently.
I don't.
From what I understand, Venezuela used to be like prosperous. Like they used to be like a very nice and wealthy country.
I wonder if they ever try to take their currency back to the gold.
And I'd imagine that it has something to do with the oil.
It has everything to do with communism. Why it failed. But yeah,
oil were, as far as why they were
wealthy.
Prosperous. You
Gotcha.
know? Yeah. I mean, if you have oil in your, I mean, think about we had this conversation about Mexico having oil or not. You know what I mean? Like if Mexico had oil, they would be balling on that oil money too. But they don't.
They got oil. They're just not. They're just not.
Ain't worried about it.
They're not grabbing it.
Yeah, they're not worried. Cocaine makes more money. Cocaine makes more money.
I don't know, but
bottom line,
oil legit money.
Mm-hmm.
Oil is money that you can sit there and say, yeah, look at all my money. And what you gonna do about it?
Look at what they've been doing for so long. Look at all this money. And what you gonna do about it?
I mean, do some Venezuela Chinooks and Apache helicopters.
Why haven't we done it down in Mexico, though? Ask yourself that.
Huh? What do you mean?
Why haven't we went down there and did what we're doing in Venezuela down in Mexico?
I think doing what we did to Venezuela to Mexico would be a little rough. I don't think the American people would support it. Not right away. I mean, only a few people would support it, like the true MAGA Americans, you know what I mean? Like only the people who actually understand what's going on down there. Even us right here down south, we're a little more connected to it because it's close. It's right next door. It's on our front door, on our back door. We're directly affected by it. We hear stories, firsthand stories. You know, we can go down there and see it for ourselves. So here in Texas, to us, it's obvious that Mexico is a problem. But to people up in Illinois, you know, they're like, you know, there's no problem with Mexicans. You know, they don't understand the severity. Well, Illinois, yes, because Chicago is ridden with.
I was gonna say Illinois got some Mexicans though.
Chicago is ridden.
Just because it's cold, don't think that the Mexicans ain't there.
Okay, so Ohio is what I should have said.
And I got a buddy that's you know Mexican American, and well, he was born here, but he's of Spanish,
Mexican
he's of
American.
Mexican descent.
Don't like to get up early.
And he lived in
the morning.
Wisconsin.
But they have to.
So they're up there, bro.
So they do it real slow.
Mexican American.
Mexican Americans.
And
I'm
then
sorry.
Isn't that what they want to be called?
Mexican Americans?
Mexican Americans?
I do not want to be called a Mexican American.
Okay.
I'm not from Mexico.
You want to be called an American?
Do you think so? I guess it would be the same argument for like the African American kind of thing, then, right?
I mean,
Like, I'm sure they wouldn't.
we could definitely
I've
get
never
a-
been to Africa. Like,
Howdy. I'm Bobby from the We Regret This Already podcast, but I'm not here to talk about podcasting or plumbing. Here to talk about performance. Now, between work, family, and podcasting, I can get a little burned out, a little dull around the edges. When that happens, I reach for Dubby. Dubby is a jitterless energy blend with no maltodextrin, no fillers, and no artificial colors or dyes. Get back in the game. Level up. Do better. Be better with Dubby. It's made in America. And you can get 10% off of Dubby if you use code WeRegretThis at checkout. The link is going to be in the script square. And the time to give gifts is right now. So give the gift of Dubby. Be a buddy to your taste buddies. Drink Dubby. Oh, wow. That's really good.
One of the most corrupt countries in the world, and it's a shame. They had one of the bloodiest election cycles this past cycle, and they killed journalists that were covering it. They've killed their own elected officials that were actually trying to fight the cartel. So I really don't care what the president of Mexico has to say, because in my opinion, she's only in that position because she's been installed. And if they actually had a good president, you'd see Mexico not being run by cartels.
That's Republican Ana Paulina Luna. Nice.
so what? They're next.
That's what I was saying just earlier was like, yeah, man, like Mexico is, I think they're next, that was just 2 hours ago that she said that.
Look at that little deal up under there. Put old buddy put a hit out on Marco. Is that Marco Rubio?
Secretary Maduro put out
Yeah.
a hit on Secretary Rubio when he was a senator. This action alone puts you on a certain list you never come off of. Maduro is also responsible for the death of thousands of Americans, which also leads me to my first point. All right, so now that we got the sucker, what are we going to do with him?
Saddam him.
Saddam him?
They're gonna Saddam him.
He executed?
Hang him. Public hanging. Didn't Saddam get hung?
I don't
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, he got hung.
He got hung?
Yeah, they got like a small like a supposed video, anyways. Of
He's in Argentina.
Oh, wow.
shit,
Right there with Bin Laden's son, where
Dude.
Hitler was, kid.
Wow.
Argentina's
Still
the
is.
spot.
They're actually watching his frozen body.
They're-
Right there with Walt, fool.
Walt Disney.
Right with Walt Disney, dog.
Jesus Christ.
They're holding all the villains, bro. They got all the villains
dude,
on
all
Ice
the
Cube.
villains doing some freaking
Somebody's just collecting the world's supervillains. Like one day they're gonna unfreeze them and just like unleash them.
Got,
Steal
like
all their
Pokemon cards, fool.
Yeah. Like,
I got the strongest hand.
Yeah, I got a
Putin.
Hitler.
I got Putin. Hitler. Yeah. He's like, well,
Nope,
I got
not
Alexander
yet.
the Great.
Yeah,
you
not
know,
yet.
like,
got you beat, dude. I got a Trump. I got a Biden.
Have you seen that Republican lady for Texas? You're gonna ask me her name, and I can't think of her name. May I look up her name real quick?
Yeah. well,
Negative.
what- No,
No,
is it this lady,
negative.
Miss Luna?
No, it's not. But she did make me think of her. No, this other. I'm gonna tell you to look her up when I find.
What
her.
did she? What did
So-
she say?
Oh,
Warren Buffett.
I'm gonna let you see it. Just hold on. Let me just find her name, sir. It should be lickety split quick.
So what do we do with the guy? I mean, so what did we went over there to get him on drug charges, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well,
'Cause
yeah.
Isn't that the reason why we went over there with the DEA?
Well, that's why we've been blowing up them boats.
They're Venezuelan boats, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so we found him, I guess, responsible for being the leader of those people.
Well,
I'm guessing.
yeah. I
Is
mean,
that the idea here? I'm just trying to
he's-
make sure I know who.
I guess what it is he's running a cartel state, a failed state, and he's a dictator in the sense that he overthrew the last election somehow. We could look it up, but we're not going to because that's not how this show operates.
That.
You know how it goes.
You know how you know how I be.
Hey, pop that lady back
Yo,
up that
pop
you just
that
had up.
Republican.
Top.
I just want to see the woman's name.
Yeah, Luna.
Luna.
It was Republican
Paulina.
Ana Paulina Luna.
Okay, this lady's first name is Valentina, but I can't find her last name. But it's Valentina for Congress.
Why? What did she say?
A whole bunch. Just look her up right quick. She. All right, so she's got one little Instagram post where she comes in and they have a portrayed person sitting in a chair, smokes him in the head. Pow! This is what we need to do to all pedophiles. Just right out the gate. That's how this woman starts her commercial.
I seen that.
You seen that? You seen her? She is wild. You ought to look her up. But she's for Texas. Talk about getting the Muslims out. Talk about Sharia law. You can take it, shove it, and just all Texas. She's pretty nice with it.
Yeah. So back to Maduro. What do? We're gonna hang him. If you think we'll hang him. So
I mean, if he's talking about doing them like what's his nuts?
Saddam.
Saddam Hussein.
Yep.
okay.
That boy got hung.
When was that?
A few years back.
I'd say
We could look that up.
early to mid 2000s, maybe like 2010, 2008. I forget what year it was. But yeah, they definitely hung that boy. He got hung.
Well, let's see. U.S. forces captured
2003.
Saddam Hussein December 13th, 2003, near his hometown of Tikrit, Iraq.
Iraq. It's not Iraq, it's Iraq.
So what did we do with them after we captured Saddam?
We tortured the out of him probably and the whole nine. Yeah, see, executed by hanging on 2006.
He was executed by hanging 3 years later.
Wow, at Camp Justice in Baghdad.
Yeah, that boy got hung. Him. They had they had like a small snippet of a video where they just barely caught it and you can hear it in the whole nine.
Oh, buddy from
It was kind of creepy. I'm not even gonna lie.
Wow.
Because I'm pretty sure that if the person that was in there that got caught doing the videotape would have probably got hung right next to him. They probably would have. They probably would have loosened the noose and they just hung him right.
Was it
In the
Gaddafi?
same Baroque.
Hey, Gaddafi, they
Yeah.
drugged that boy through the streets, I believe it was. When they caught Gaddafi,
Yeah.
because we didn't catch him. I believe the locals caught that man, drug him through the streets, man, did that boy dirty.
I mean, he's here in the U.S. now, so they're gonna have to give him a fair trial.
Buddy,
A fair trial. I mean, if we're prosecuting him or trying to, then we have to give him a fair trial, right?
Okay.
Isn't that the whole idea?
So that fair
So
trial.
we're not hanging him.
Well, I mean,
Well-
no, I was talking about convicted. Let's say he's convicted. Let's say he's already prosecuted. You know, how do we treat that prosecution? What does that justice look like? Is there an execution? Would it be a hanging? Would it be a shooting? Would it be a goddamn?
Well, okay. I mean, I guess the question would have to be why did we choose a hanging of Saddam? And we see that it was done in Iraq. So would he be hung in Venice, or would it be taking place in Venezuela? And then how, like,
why didn't we bring him home? Why didn't we bring him here?
Okay.
Well, it'll probably be like old Chapo. Chapo's here, housed in the United States right now. I'm pretty sure
Because he's in jail though.
he's in prison. Yeah,
Yeah.
But he's from Mexico, another country.
But
He
he's
was
not-
selling
but-
drugs. Pretty much the same charges that this dude has,
no,
right?
No, this man was crimes
Well,
against humanity.
Crimes
from
against humanity.
1982.
But that's also we're talking about Saddam Hussein right now. That's who's on the screen right now. I'm comparing Maduro as far as why he's here versus El Chapo as
Why
far as
did
the
we-
charge.
Yeah, he'll
Like,
just go to jail.
so yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But-
He'll probably be locked up with him,
100. Well, no. What I'm saying. All right. So one, you're gonna have to ask
locked
yourself.
up with old Chapo, and they're gonna
Hey,
be over
hold
there
on.
trying to tunnel their way out.
Well,
there.
let's look at what he's charged with. He is charged narco terrorism and drug trafficking stemming from 2020 indictment unsealed in the Southern District of New York and recently superseding under the current Trump administration. These stem from allegations he led the cartel de los Sols to flood the U.S. with cocaine while in power. So
It's just drugs.
so
That's
in
why he'll
2020
stay in jail.
So you're trying to tell me that anything that look right there, key U.S. charges, right? All those charges, there's a few of them right there. And I'm just kind of skimming through
Narco-terrorism.
it. That it's anything different than El Chapo.
It seems to be very similar.
You know what I'm
it's-
saying?
Then he'll be in jail. This guy won't be killed.
So that's what I'm saying. So
But-
he'll just
but
get a
hold
little
on.
trial and be locked up here forever, and then we have to pay for him, and he'll
But-
live in prison.
Okay.
See,
Is
look,
that- is
hold
that-
on.
is that what happens?
Additional text. Yet investigations into crimes against humanity in Venezuela. So if he is killed, it's going to be because he did commit crimes against humanity. Now go to El Chapo and what were his charges? Were any of them crimes against humanity? If they weren't, that's why El Chapo's staying in jail, I would think.
Yeah, but who would? I guess who would have jurisdiction, right? Like, is he going to serve his time here first before he would go back to Venezuela? You know what I mean? Or like, would he go back to Venezuela and face the bigger charges of that? Because
You don't think he would do life?
Here?
I mean, if El Chapo is gonna do life, why wouldn't
Oh yeah.
life sentence plus 30 years? Why wouldn't Maduro do life?
For sure.
You know, so I mean, talking about sending him back to Venezuela, that doesn't seem like an option. He's gonna spend the rest of his life in jail, if not dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as if he has crimes against humanity.
Oh yeah,
If those supersede or trump the whole like, hey, you just have some cocaine, you're selling people, and you're probably killing people. Yeah, as young folk or whatever, you know, call it what you will.
He
And some
doesn't-
guns and all that. But we're talking about you're actually like killing folk and doing all that crimes against humanity. That has to supersede that. And hey, you going back home and they're gonna hang you, and we're
Yeah.
gonna make it a spectacle. Just you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, because this is the world we live in now, where everybody's got a phone. And if you don't, you have a camera somewhere on your body that's the size of a pinhead, so nobody ever know, and everybody's gonna have a video of old boy getting hung.
yeah.
You know,
What's it say? What's it say, Jason?
There's nothing about crimes against humanity. It talks about him killing, murders, kidnappings, hundreds and whatnot, torture, but that's to protect the cartel. They don't classify any of that. Go down just a little more.
and I'd imagine that all those crimes that he did were technically in Mexico.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the only reason why he got moved here is because the multiple escapes in Mexico. So if he would have never escaped, I'm pretty sure he'd just still be living life down there in Mexico in a jail. But he escaped. That's what got him sent up here. But what I'm saying is there's nothing in there for him that says he has crimes against humanity. That's why he's sitting in jail. Maduro, crimes against humanity, if he's under investigation, if he's tried for it, he's found guilty of it, like Saddam, he could be executed. Now, the question is, will he be hung? I don't know. Why was Saddam hung over a firing squad or over a gas chamber? Maybe that's how Iraq sees their death penalty.
It's
is
maybe that's
by
what he
hanging.
chose.
more humane almost.
Or maybe that's what he chose.
Yeah, I
but-
think
but
you get to choose it.
You know, maybe he was
Who-
like, "Hey,
you'd have to
here's,
look up their
here's your three,
constitution
you know, here's your
or
three
whatever.
They
options."
ain't got no constitution.
But you have to look up what their death penalty consists of. You know what I'm saying? Because
Iran.
like here, state to state, it's different. Some states are handing down different nowadays.
Yeah, but I think it would almost not even matter for the simple fact that he was in U.S. custody.
a matter of fact, I think one state just did their first firing squad in some odd amount of decades.
Yeah, I think
I
Utah.
saw that.
I think Utah.
I saw it.
Yeah, was it Utah?
I think it was Utah.
Yeah.
That, but
And
that
you-
wasn't
and you are- crazy.
You can get whatever you want, like depending on when you committed your
crazy.
crime. You know, whatever. We go down that road, but you
Swiss
know,
cheese.
do I feel like paying tax money to houses, dude? Just like all the rest of these guys, you know. I mean, I guess our tax money goes all these other screwy places too. So, you know, I guess it
the
doesn't really
Leering
matter.
centers, yeah, them
The
Leering,
Leering
centers.
centers, you know.
Them Leering centers
You
are
know.
out there.
okay, but you're concerned about housing this criminal. Like
I mean-
your tax. Think about all the money spent to fight him if he was out in the free world. As far as the war on crime, I mean, it's spend way more money in like. And imagine if we would have went to war with Venezuela. Like, yeah, dude. Like this was the cheapest option. Going and grabbing him in the middle of the night. And it's even if we got to house him, you know, for the rest of his life, it's still cheaper than fighting him.
Damn.
All right, what did I?
Yeah,
Recent
maybe.
firing, recent
South
firings. All right, recent firing squads. The most recent firing squad execution in the U.S. was Stephen Bryant, who also known as Stephen Corey Bryant, in South Carolina on November 14, 2025, marking the third such execution in the state that year. Bryant, convicted of murdering 3 men in 2004, Let's see. So, that dude, let's see, another execution detail. 308 Winchester round.
They hit that boy with a 308, son.
Yeah, I think that's how they
Not
do
only
it.
not only a 308, but that
Three of
shit.
them.
Well,
Check it out.
15
There
feet
was-
away.
Yeah.
There was two other the same year because I heard about several. Like that
Mm-hmm.
there wasn't just one that I heard about. There was one in November, one in March, and one in April.
Oh, the one in April, he kept on breathing.
Oh,
It was botched. Oof. Damn, you missed.
after prolonged breathing.
Oof.
I
Well,
mean, you know, some folks can
Hey, hit the little
take some damage.
bar
You know
right
what I'm
there that
saying?
says
A
South Carolina.
308
No.
though from
Oh,
15
the
feet
other
away.
one. Up one. Yeah, that
That's
one.
rowdy. I mean, you know,
Fifth of the year and the third by fifth. Wow.
I did hear something about the dude down there killed over 100,000 people. I didn't really catch exactly how he did it. Now
Who?
Maduro,
Oh, Moderna.
Moderna.
Wait. What is it? Moderna or Maduro?
Maduro.
Moderna is like
They
a
both kill
medication or
people.
something like that.
Oh,
Allegedly.
they both
Yeah.
Allegedly.
They both killing them. Who got more now?
Goddamn.
We know
Jeez.
which one would actually get, jail time or, anything. But anyways,
Yeah. Speaking of that, goddamn, what's going on in Minnesota with Walz and all that fraud is ridiculous. And
Crazy.
I don't want to go too far from what we're talking about, but there is definitely okay, so I remember we talked about these betting sites a few episodes back, remember? The various betting sites that you can go to and bet on anything in the world.
Yes. I'm trying to think of the name of it.
sorry, like DraftKings and like that.
Yes, but
Yeah,
not
but-
just for sports. This is for world events.
No, I understand. I'm just premise. It's something like DraftKings. Or,
Exactly.
there's a few other ones, but that's the only one that really comes to mind.
Yeah, so there's definitely a bet going on now is whether or not anybody's going to go to jail or if anything's going to happen, and it's like a 37% odds or something like that. So it's like it's not looking good as far as
The odds.
the odds, you know? Yeah.
Of anybody getting.
If
some
anybody
bread.
going to jail is what I mean.
For
Oh,
what?
yeah.
For what? What are we talking about?
For those crimes in Minnesota.
Oh,
The Somali crimes?
Yeah, the Somali crimes.
Oh.
Like, is
Yeah.
anybody going to go to jail?
Well,
It's like,
no. I mean, they're looking for burglars right now because one of them got broke into, and they went through a cinder block wall.
what are you talking about?
You haven't seen that after all this fraud came out, and the one kid was picking it up. Then the main news started picking it up about.
Okay.
Now all of a sudden, overnight, one night, one of the offices that had all the records of all the children that went there, the parents
Got burgled?
It got burglarized. They came through a
Burgled.
brick wall, and they went in only to that filing cabinet
Wow.
and took all that stuff out. Yeah, it was on the news, man. They had old
You can't
buddy up
make it
there.
up.
Damn.
Show can.
How Looney Tunes is that?
Yeah, the script.
Okay.
That's not all, folks. There's more.
Back to Maduro.
But wait, there's more.
Back to Maduro. Okay, so let's talk about
Manure.
Manuro. Back to Manura.
Manure.
Let's talk about what implications this can have geopolitically. So we already know that Mexico's talking mad. President Scheinbaum is
He's shining.
shining on that crazy diamond, and she's pretty much taking a firm stance. And even before this happened, she was denouncing the events with the drug boats and junk like that, because this pretty much it puts her in the hot spot now, because
If she's
Mexico's
a
not
plant-
different.
I mean, if she's a plant and the cartels planted her there, what's to say some of that, product, AK money, or some of those fishermen that are out there fishing,
Drogas.
ain't some of her, product, or,
So
some of her
she's
people out
against
there.
what's going on right now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, because this sets a precedent as far as what can be done to her. Now, apparently we've done this before, back when I want to say Noriega.
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 Yeah, yeah. I've heard
we,
of him.
We scooped his ass up out of Peru or something somewhere.
Yeah.
Panama. I don't remember where.
I think it was Panama.
Yeah, but
I could
we
be-
did
I
the
could be wrong.
same. We did the same.
Thought the same.
That was back in the 80s. So we've done this before. You know, it's just been a little while since we went and scooped up some, you know, some state, some head of state.
Some president that slings that cocaine.
Yeah.
May or may not have some oil.
What happened with old buddy?
With Noriega?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Let's look that up.
Reach for the stars. Noriega. Think it.
No, you're thinking of old buddy now.
I know who that is too, the rapper, but
She got that
Al
old
Capone
pride.
and Noriega. I want to say I don't know. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
What happened with Manuel Noriega? Let's see. U.S. forces captured Panamanian dictator Manuel Noriega during Operation Just Cause.
Operation Just Cause.
Just cause.
Just
Just
cause.
because, dude. Just because. That guy. January 3rd,
We just don't like you.
1990. After he surrendered from the Vatican, what does that say? Nuncture in Panama City, following a psychological campaign with loud rock music, he was. Oh God!
Oh
damn.
boy, gave it up to the
Damn.
rock music,
Damn,
bro.
they just-
Not a shot fired. Turn
Yeah.
on the 15s and let it blare, bitches.
Yeah, he's all like, "Please, no more Sabbath, no more Sabbath. I can't handle the Zeppelin."
I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, God damn.
Scroll down a little more, please.
Jesus Christ.
That's funny, dog.
Noriega was convicted in 1992 on 8 federal counts of racketeering, cocaine trafficking, and money laundering tied to the Medellin cartel. Medellin.
I knew that.
Receiving a 40-year sentence, later reduced. Panama convicted him in absentia for murders, including the 1985 torture and decapitation of critic Hugo Strabdafora.
Stieglitz.
Hugo
Stieglitz.
Hugo Stieglitz.
I can't help it.
Stieglitz.
I can't help but think
That was a good one.
The
That was
Hugo
good.
Stieglitz.
Stieglitz.
Do you know who that is? Yes, I know who.
Extradited to
Stieglitz.
France in 2010 for money laundering. Served
Oh.
2 years, then to Panama in 2011, where he was imprisoned until house arrest. He died of cancer in 2017.
Okay.
Recent Maduro capture reports draws parallels to Noriega's downfall as former CIA asset turned drug ally.
See, that
He was a
money.
CIA asset?
Ooh,
Hold on,
money.
what?
Wait a whole minute.
That money, boy.
What?
There's a lot of
Hey,
folks that are supposedly CIA though.
Snowfall. That show Snowfall is a very interesting show. It talks about the Contras and cocaine and a whole bunch of stuff back in the 70s and whatnot, in the 80s, the early 80s.
So is this telling me that Maduro was a CIA asset?
Could be.
I mean,
No credible evidence
Yeah,
exists
I was
that
gonna say, is it really,
Maduro
though?
was ever a CIA asset or collaborator. Reports instead detail U.S. CIA operations against him, including a recent source inside the Venezuela. Okay, so allegations examined. Maduro has repeatedly accused the CIA of plots against him. Okay, so yeah, no, he's not. But the Noriega thing, that is an interesting CIA thing tie there.
Wasn't Venezuela the one that the FBI got caught up in? Y'all remember that years back? There was a big thing about the FBI was ordering a bunch of women and whatnot to the hotels when they were down there doing field work and all this. There was a big old thing. I wonder if that was down in Venezuela.
I do remember hearing something about that, but I don't know where it was. That was a long time ago. We're getting links. Here we go.
Let's see what it says. FBI link. Searching no FBI connections. Let's see. I don't see anything about women on here. I'm gonna skip through it. All right. So one thing that I thought was pretty funny was that upon capturing Maduro, President Trump just saved America $50 million because he had a bounty on his head for 50 mil.
Dog, was it 50 mil?
50
I
mil,
thought
brother.
It was 15, bro.
Oh, was it?
I don't know. I mean,
$50 million,
either way, dude. I wish I was down there and would have seen them. Been like, hey, yo, ain't that old buddy over there?
I thought it was 50 million.
Hey, I
50
don't even
million
like that over here. I'm about to drop a
50 million of
dime on
whose
that
money,
cat.
though?
I mean,
His
Crime
money?
Stoppers?
Crime Stoppers.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean, dude? Again,
Whose money?
what do you like 50 million versus yeah, it was a 50.
Some of it's going to be yours because this tax-paying money. So
I'm just curious.
you know.
Like, where are you getting $50 million from? Just
Yeah,
see,
$50 million.
Yeah, look right there. Oh, in 2020, offered a reward up to 15 million. Huh?
Yeah, but now it's 50. It was
well, it was.
but
We snatched the
again,
bitch ass up.
you're concerned about the federal government paying that $50 million. Like, yeah, yeah, I get that. But the fact is that we still have a war on drugs, which is we're paying way more in the salary and the cost of, and we're saving lives.
Oh, well,
$50 million versus how many thousands of if not millions of lives saved from ODs and fentanyls and all that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the 50 million is. I would
But
pay
did
that.
it-
I would pay that to
but
get
did it?
Maduro. What do you mean?
There's also been talks about the fact that this could be all a thing to basically put a Jewish or
Puppet government.
Yeah.
What
to
does the
basically
Jewish
pull
have to
oil,
do?
But or is Israeli run? You know what I mean?
Got to kiss the wall.
So
I think
who
that's,
knows what's going on. But anyways, back to the
I think
$50
that's a
million.
little reaching. What are we talking?
But the $50 million.
It's the goddamn Jews.
Well, yeah, there's definitely talks about. There's always the fucking Jews.
Yeah.
It's always the fucking Jews. But the $50 million is it's just, people talk about $50 million being spent here, $50 million, like it's just nothing anymore, bro. $50 million is a lot of money, bro. Especially when you're over here handing it off to the Somalis and about hundreds of millions, and everybody's supposed to just be cool with the fact that it's like, oh, it's just $50 million. $50 million. Give me $50 million then. It, I'll go try to catch this. You know what I mean? Like I'll catch a plane and go see if I can catch this for $50 million, bro. That's a substantial amount of money, bro.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And the drugs are not gonna stop coming in.
Nope.
It's not gonna be like, oh,
There is no war on
you caught this dude, and all of a sudden, like, hey, you know what? Venezuela's back to this great state it was, which I hope it does. But the drugs and all that shit is not gonna stop, bro. And that's great that we saved $50 million fucking dollars. Absolutely.
But are we
yes,
going to see it?
But, you know,
No.
but I mean, it sure is going to get pissed away somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like, wonder why my vehicle notes are, the average cost of a vehicle right now is 50 grand, bro. You got that in a house, you can't even afford nothing else anymore, bro.
Nope.
Things are so pricey, and then people are just talking about $50 million, $100 million, like it's just nothing. That's a lot of money, bro.
Well, that's because money is so devalued, honestly.
That's why I bring up money, because I want to know why the my rates my interest rates and my taxes keep going up, but yet I still make piddly money. The same. Well, I say piddly money. The same money.
America.
But yet they're still just handing out $50 million to people.
I mean, dude, well, you don't even know about the countries that they pass bills that we're giving X amount of dollars to this country over here for some they don't even believe in. Some, art classes for whatever. And
I think things can be cleaned up
like
is what I'm
that.
saying.
Those are the ones that blow me the away, that the money we give away for some of the most idiotic to other countries. It's stupid. There's no reason. Before we clean up anybody else's yard, you're just going to leave yours dirty?
I mean, the dude, if he's killing hundreds of thousands of people, yes, he deserves to be put in a jail cell or whatever happens to him. But those are, that's.
Unfortunately, how are we talking about
It's
when you say him killing people? Are we talking about him just killing the the opposition of the other drug cartels and that whole thing, or are you talking about the people that die from the drugs?
I think that's where the number comes from, because they throw around these numbers like it's just like,
because unfortunately the people that die from the drugs, you can't put that on old buddy. That's your own choice.
But do drugs even come from Venezuela like that?
They probably
is Venezuela known as a drug country? Is there just like a pass-through country?
I think that's where all the
because it's right there by Colombia, is it not?
I guess so, but I mean, I would imagine that whatever they're growing in Colombia, they're growing in Venezuela. You know, like why wouldn't Venezuela capitalize on that? I'm pretty sure they're also producing a bunch of cocaine. Otherwise, why would we be blowing up their boats? You know, and it's those cartels in Venezuela. They're the ones that brought, you know, Tren de Aragua and, you know, MS-13 kind of style cartels. And I guess that's
El
really
Salvador.
El Salvador too.
That's where MS-13 type comes from now.
No, but it's either way.
Venezuela,
it's all that area,
Colombia's
same area, right?
Venezuela.
Yeah.
Yeah, same area. Or adjacent. Anyway.
Yeah.
Poop, poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I would hope that the money they spent on it, whatever, and all the time, and the potential risks and all that, hope it pans out to where this guy makes a difference down there. Obviously, the folks down there are loving it.
Yeah.
The
Did you
folks
see
are
the parades?
dude, loving it, bro. They're yelling and screaming. There was a dude he came outside on his balcony. He had his phone, and he simply just put up his phone and just started recording.
Yeah.
And you can hear people screaming and whistling and yelling and cheering like the Spurs just won the championship, bro.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, well, they're enjoying this, which is great. And I hope something comes of it, you know? Or it could just be another for naught.
No, well, it's
who knows?
It's definitely not. It's definitely not going nowhere. It's either we've got the 51st state, or some sort of.
Wasn't he talking about just however long ago, having a different 50? Oh, Canada. That's right. That's right. Remember, whatever happened to Canada being
I'm trying to get somebody in there, brother. I'm trying to get Canada. I'm trying to get Mexico. I'm trying to get. We can get Greenland.
New World Order.
Greenland. Has that been talked about or what?
Trump? Yeah, he wants Greenland.
That was one of the first ones he was talking
that was the one. Yeah,
the very first ones.
Yeah.
He's like, it, it's real green. Isn't it? But isn't that the trick? Like Iceland is green and green is Iceland, right? Like, wait a minute, you spin that around.
Yeah, I don't think he said it was green.
So he's just over here playing Risk. He's just over here.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. Is
take over the whole world.
I mean,
we're trying anyway.
Why not? You know, I mean, that is the game, is it not?
Many of people have tried.
Yeah,
and I guess it's something that has always happened and will continue to happen. Is the struggle for power,
the expansion of your territory.
Yeah, and power. It's really what it boils down to.
Well, it's also resources, you know, because now they're not even hiding. They're blatantly saying, we got that sweet oil. It's not going to cost us a dime to occupy Venezuela.
Nevada.
We'll just pump out the cash.
Didn't he say, well, somebody said something about, they asked him something. He's like, well, then we'll just keep it.
Yeah, and we'll just keep it. No big deal.
That was the tanker.
It's ours now.
It was a tanker.
Yeah, the tanker.
Yeah, it was that tanker.
Yeah.
The first oil tanker. But no, apparently Nevada, they found a big a lithium deposit in Nevada.
I heard about that.
You heard about that one?
Lithium, trillions of dollars worth of lithium.
Where?
In Nevada.
Oh,
and that is cool because we need lithium.
Yeah.
You know, minerals, resources. These are very. For what? What do you use lithium for?
I don't know.
I thought it was just for batteries. I didn't know you
strips.
Use it.
You need them lithium strips. I'm assuming. I think it has something to do with some lithium strips.
I don't know, but every time I see a meth head, they always have batteries
and lighters,
and they're all no good. What the?
Yeah, they're collecting all the lithium of the world.
Can't even power a light bulb with this piece.
Howdy. I'm Bobby from the We Regret This Already podcast, but I'm not here to talk about podcasting or plumbing. I'm here to talk about performance. Now, between work, family, and podcasting, I can get a little burned out, a little dull around the edges. When that happens, I reach for Dubby. Dubby is a jitterless energy blend with no maltodextrin, no fillers, and no artificial colors or dyes. Get back in the game. Level up. Do better. Be better with Dubby. It's made in America.
And you can get 10% off of Dubby if you use code We Regret This at checkout.
The link is going to be in the script square. And the time to give gifts is right now. So give the gift of Dubby. Be a buddy to your taste buddies. Drink Dubby. Oh, wow, that's really good. Yeah, they
He's in
Justice.
New York now.
Yeah.
they did some extensive training and some research. They must have had some spies or something when they did this operation, because they had a whole replica of his house. Did y'all hear about that?
No.
They made an exact replica of his house, right down to the steel walls and everything.
Probably on Zillow, dude, for real. He was probably trying to sell that joint.
This one says Zillow.
Bet money.
Rent.com. He's
Bet
over there
money.
Airbnb a room out.
Put some money on it. Look his address up. See if that shit don't come up.
You're so retarded.
Hey, we did some things the other day where we were mapping things out and triangulating on the GPS. It was pretty cool.
I mean, all
But
you
still.
dude, trust me, dude. The government got shit. All they did was fly a drone over. Bzzz. Oh, but what the hell was that?
Well, they
then
may
they
have done
had
it. I don't know how you would get you obviously need somebody on the inside if you're getting those types of details, but
No.
I wonder if they did
Roomba.
something similar to
Satellites. Yeah.
maybe
Roomba.
something similar to Osama.
Roomba.
Roomba.
To Osama.
What did
Did
he
you
do?
see
No, you
Osama
thinking
bin Laden?
Bin Laden? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Bin Laden.
it was Osama. They flew a drone over, and back then it was kind of grainy a little bit. Well, they caught a shadow. The dude walked out at the same time every day, and so they flew the drone over at a certain time every day, and they would triangulate with the how tall they thought he was with the shadow based off of that, and figured out how tall he was and all that, and they assumed that they was going to be him, and they went in there and got his ass. That's the story supposedly. You know what I mean?
I think
They
they're
might-
undercutting how much actual intel they put
Oh, yeah.
into that. They're not telling you exactly how. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well, I
They
mean, that
knew
was a
where
part.
he
That was a
was.
part of it for
they,
sure. That
They
was a part of
actually
it.
got his cousin, and they started zapping his nuts with a golf
With a
cart
car
battery,
battery.
with a car battery. And that's-
48 volts hooked up parallel.
Yeah, they juiced them up 240 volts.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's what they did.
That's how they found him.
Yeah, they got Kahib and started zapping his nuts.
Kahib. Torture. They actually do that. That's part of days of torture or punishment in certain countries.
Oh, what do you mean?
Just getting tortured. I watched Locked Up Abroad. So it's people that think they can like run drugs across other countries, and they get caught. And there was one country, I forget which one it was. It was a Middle Eastern country where his sentence was like 5 days of
torture?
Yeah.
Damn.
And they said they beat his ass and they f***ed him up. He was like, man, I'd much rather almost did a couple years in prison or something, man. But he was like, they f***ed me up, dude. Tore me up, my bad. But yeah, but so I guess that's
They don't play over there,
You
man.
know,
It's different
they-
over there.
They said they beat him up. He was a white dude too. You stood out, and they're like, "Yeah, dude, you're a drug mule, brother." And they got him, and they beat him to death almost to death for 5 days straight. So that was his punishment.
And that was in Middle East or something?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I seen it on Locked Up Abroad the other day. I don't know what we were talking about torture.
Yeah, you will just holding hands, you will end up in jail. PDA over there?
I don't know, man.
No, seriously, in the
they're-
Middle Eastern countries, you holding hands with your lady, man.
I know, but there's talks about there's some special forces guy that's putting things out there talking about a lot of those guys over there are like undercover homosexuals. You know
All
what I
right,
mean?
so
Like-
let me break it down
like they
for
be
you.
like really homosexual and they just don't want you to know it kind of
No,
deal.
bro,
you
for
know?
real.
Like,
No. All right, so listen.
I don't know.
Women are for breeding.
Yeah.
And the little boys, and trust me, when I was working on my second base to Lille, you would see at the first base I was at, the workers we had, the company I worked for, and then there was a third world company that had the third Somalis and whatever from, Nepal and Singapore and all these other countries. Those were the ones that I would be over them. I was their foreman. Those cats there, you could see a little feminine in them here and there and whatnot. Then when I went down south to Talil, it was Iraqis that lived here, and every morning they'd wake up and all of them get wherever they'd go, and then they'd venture all over here to the front gates of Randolph Base. And then I would go down and pick them up. So these are legit from the area. And you could see the feminine in them boys. There was a few, and that's what it is. During the day, they work like men. The men are men, and at night, them boys get dressed up in feminine little gear, and they go in there and do the little belly dances. The women are for breeding, and the boys are for fun. They fuck each other. They get around, and like we're sitting here kicking it, doing a podcast. They sitting around watching some boys dance around while they getting their jollies off. That's the weirdest shit ever.
But aren't they against that though?
Dude, that's
like,
why.
publicly?
That's why the Quran is a weird motherfucker, bro.
Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm missing something. But
it's because you're a Western homo, dude. They don't like Western homos, for real. That's and
I gotta be a homo,
dude. And that's what blows. That's what blows a lot of folks away. That's what blows me away. Is a lot of the people over here that are that ride on that bus. They're all, they're loving, they're this, they're that, embrace their culture. Dude, they don't like you. Like, they don't like you. They're going to smile in your face, all this jazz, and they truly do not like you.
Yeah, what do you think about Mamdani getting sworn in on the Quran?
I don't think he should be governor.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Well, I mean, he's already governor.
I know. I don't think
he's actually. No, he's not the governor. He's not.
He's the mayor.
He's the mayor.
Right? He's the mayor. Yeah, I don't think he should be mayor. I don't think he should be. What was Arnold?
Whole wrong
what was
label.
Arnold?
Arnold was the governor of California.
Well, I don't even think.
And I'm gonna scratch
Arnold
the shit out of his eyes.
I don't even think Arnold should have been the governor.
I think in Baltocracy America, Arnold definitely should have been the governor because you. How are you gonna beat Arnold in a fist fight?
Then Chuck Norris should be the motherfucking president.
I agree with that too, and the king. But that was back in episode 8.
Anyways, no, I don't think.
I don't remember what episode.
Especially if you let him swear in on a book that is not the Holy Bible of America. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's even going to be weird to say.
I think it would be okay to do it on the Church of Latter-day Saints Bible.
I mean, yeah, but not the
right?
Quran.
Would you be upset if they did it on the Mormon Bible?
I mean,
I would be perfectly fine if he got sworn in on the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Some people say that the Mormons, it really isn't a religion.
It's not a religion?
Yeah.
I would say they're better than the Muslims.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I would say their culture is more relative to the Muslims. They're Christian, hardworking, family-orientated, When we get into the polygamy, it gets kind of crazy. Plus the original stories of how it all started. I mean, just go back and read some of that stuff. It gets wild.
Brigham Young and all that.
Brigham Young, yeah.
Slaughtering folks.
Hey, but isn't it crazy?
Kinda
Isn't
like
it
a
crazy
crusade.
how many different religions across the board talk about f***ing youngsters is okay? Isn't that
well,
weird?
back then, when you talk about biblical times, like, it was just a different time. But when we talk about today's law, like our culture, like, yes, Christianity might have had some weird, nuanced kind of, I guess, details about when a marriage should. I don't know when that took place. Like, I don't know how old the youngest person was in the Bible who had sex.
Like when they say it's right to.
Yeah, I don't know what the Bible says about that. I've never actually read anything about that, which...
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I mean, I've heard about having midwives,
I've heard
you know
about
what I mean?
other Bibles talking about between 7 and 9 and like that, you know what I mean?
Other Bibles? What do you mean by that?
What's the one?
wow.
What's the one that the Jewish have?
It's the first.
Come on,
one.
Mr. Goldstein, you don't...
Talmud.
Mr. The Torah?
The Torah, there you go.
Mr. Goldstein?
Not that Jew. So...
He's only Jewish when he wants
I understand
discounts.
that,
I'm
but
only Jewish
to not
when it
know what the
benefits
Torah
me.
is...
He's like, Jewish people get
And when
15% discount?
And when somebody's down to squabble over that penny, I'm down. But no.
But other times you're Goldstein.
The German.
Goldstein. I'm gonna switch it up on you.
Yeah,
now.
just what the f*** were we talking about?
But yeah.
Okay, Mormons versus Muslims. All right. So here's the question: who would win in a fist fight?
Well, I guess my question would be: is it something that bothers people because it's the Quran, or is it just because it's not the New Testament, Old Testament, the
Quran?
Is it because of what it is? or
Okay,
just what is upsetting people? I
What
guess is
bothers
my
me
question.
about the Quran being used in American culture and politics? Well, the cultures and the ideas of the Muslims, it doesn't mash with
doesn't-
ours.
does
It doesn't
not.
mix. You know, like they
Cannot
want to
weave it together, bro.
they want to stone homos. They want to stone women who like, get raped out of wedlock.
Any female over 8 not to be educated, like that.
Well, I mean, any you can marry at 6, and molest her at 6 and
I could
have
trade her for some goats.
and have
some
and then
chicken.
you can rape her at 9. It's
And
like
I know that shit happened. One of our Terps told us all about that shit.
Yeah.
So the Quran. Okay, I just want to be on the same. I just want to make sure I'm getting my facts right. The Quran is what the Muslims
the Muslim
is
Bible.
the Muslim quote unquote. Is the
book-
equivalent to the Bible.
Yeah, it's
for
the,
Christians,
it's
right?
the Bible, the religion of Islam. Yeah.
Of Islam.
Yeah,
So-
and one who is a Muslim is one who is
Islamic.
Islamic, yeah.
And
So
what
they're both the same thing.
Yep.
They roll with Abraham,
So
right?
you can't be Islamic and not be Muslim, and just like you can't
Stop.
be Muslim and not Islamic.
Huh? Yeah,
Like,
no,
you-
they're
they're one and the same.
like a Christian follows Christ,
Mm-hmm.
a Muslims follow Islam.
Oh, okay.
but
gotcha,
it's the
gotcha,
teachings of Abraham.
I don't even know why I brought that up.
It's the teachings of Abraham.
Crazy.
though.
So it's just the fact that you don't agree with what they agree with, and it's what he's using, and because they're
In
saying
the
that
Quran,
that's what's right.
In the
you know?
Quran, it says that you need to kill the non-believer. The non-believer is the Christian. The non-believer is the
Anybody that's not Islamic.
Yes.
144 million Americans. You know what I mean?
We are the infidels.
The infidels. The non-believer is the rest of the world.
Anybody else besides whoever's reading.
Whoever's
that book.
not Islamic.
Yeah.
And that's what I clash with, is that this is the home of the free. This is the melting pot of the world, or it's supposed to be. It should be. And it comes a point where religion is not a religion and it becomes a cult. Whenever it's like, I'm going to kill some people and that's going to get me a spot in heaven with 72 virgins.
Because this book says it's
Heck yeah.
because it says it's right.
Heck yeah. And there's no other religion that's violent like that. Buddhism practices peace. Christianity practices love.
I don't know. The Christians don't kill some folks, bro.
Yeah, but that was more to do with the Roman Catholic
All the
papism.
folk, yeah.
Okay, so when you think about the Crusades and all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
if you're talking about that,
Yeah.
the Inquisitions,
Yeah.
well, that was after the Roman state took control of the Catholic Church. That's why it's called Roman Catholic,
Mm-hmm.
because there was a division when Christianity started to come up. Okay, so when Christianity started coming around, well, the Romans wanted to control it, so they pretty much invented Catholicism. That was back in like 325 AD. And they did that for means to kind of bring paganism all into one nice little religion and to control Christianity. And they
But it
saw
had violence, though.
Huh?
But it had violence attached to it.
Yeah,
though.
but that's not the true. Okay, so
That's
when
what I'm saying. That's
when
all
you're
I'm saying.
talking about the Christians, well, that's a different thing, because you're talking about the Catholics, and they are a branch of Christianity, but it's not Christianity. You know what I mean? It is Christian, a branch of Christianity, but now we're talking about different branches.
So whoever it is, but I'm saying is there's been religious folks have died, dude, because of religion, is what I'm saying.
All religions
You know,
have been
they've all had their own wars and whatever.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the
however you wanna call
Puritans, the Puritans, pretty much were pretty chill. I mean,
I'd imagine even the monks would probably have gone through it. You know
Shit,
what
what
I'm
a monks will
saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, they're supposed to be like these super peaceful people, but I'm sure they've gone through some too. You know, like I guess all religions have.
yeah. But to me, I think of
They just kept it.
I think of the Crusades as like a bastardization of the Christian religion, and it was kind of used to, to gather power, and it was pretty much. But you got to think it was also that was a fight against the Muslims. You know what I mean? So I think so.
Back then.
I think so.
We were fighting them then, and
I think so. We can look it up.
Boy, the Muslims been fighting the Muslims.
We're gonna take a quick break.
8,000 years.
Howdy. I'm Bobby from the We Regret This Already podcast, but I'm not here to talk about podcasting or plumbing. Here to talk about performance. Now, between work, family, and podcasting, I can get a little burned out, a little dull around the edges. When that happens, I reach for Dubby. Dubby is a jitterless energy blend with no maltodextrin, no fillers, and no artificial colors or dyes. Get back in the game. Level up. Do better. Be better with Dubby. It's made in America.
And you can get 10% off of Dubby if you use code We Regret This at checkout.
The link is going to be in the script square. And the time to give gifts is right now. So give the gift of Dubby. Be a buddy to your taste buddies. Drink Dubby. Oh, wow. That's really good. Howdy. Are you tired of owning a struggling business because you don't have enough customers? Are you unsure of how to promote? Well, lucky for you, we're selling out and ad space is available right here. That's right. We'll sell your stuff if you give us money. Advertising works, you big dummy, so do it. Do it here. Do it with us. I'll even throw a shirt on if the money's right. Back to the program.
So what is it? Oh, you were talking about the Crusades. Yeah,
I think
there
that's
we
where
go.
we left off with the
We're
Crusades.
just kind of getting an idea. Yeah.
The Christian from Western Europe primarily fought in the Crusades, a series of military campaigns from 1095 to 1291 amid a reclaiming the Holy Land from Muslim control. So the Holy Land, that's is that Israel? Is that Jerusalem?
Jerusalem.
Right? Jerusalem? We still don't got it yet. I think we should go back for it. What you think,
Jerusalem?
boys? Yeah, the Holy Land, Gaza. Gaza
Yeah,
Strip.
We want it.
We want that strip, baby.
And if Trump wants it, he may just take it.
Jerusalem. So the Christians we fought this huge campaign for 200 years, and they still didn't get the goddamn.
Still ain't get it.
Scroll
Damn.
down more.
Scroll down some more.
So
Fire. Fire.
if what happens if Trump wants it and he takes it?
Fire.
And now, after all these thousands of years, they've been fighting over this thing.
Huh?
What if Trump takes it? The Gaza
The Holy
Strip,
Land?
the Strip, and all that. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that's what I thought he was kind of joking about it. That wasn't.
I know, that's what I'm
Was it-
saying. But what happens if he takes it? Something that people have been fighting over for thousands of years, and he just goes in there and says,
They're still fighting over it.
"Nah, it's mine, bruh."
Now the Jews.
like,
When did the Jews start fighting over that? Since probably before then, huh?
I mean, for a long time.
Wonder what's so important about it. I guess it's that rock, that big rock that they got. Is that why it's so
Oh,
holy?
The Mecca,
Black Rock.
The black rock?
the Mecca,
Yeah,
and then the Mecca, this or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, the Mecca. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. So they're fighting over a rock? No way.
Yeah.
Black Rock, boy.
That's a good rock.
That rock.
That's a rock, boy.
It's a big rock, dude.
It's a good rock. It's that peel. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm kind of ignorant when it comes to a lot of that stuff, and as far as what they're still fighting for. Even people that have been studying this stuff for years, man, they'll tell you that they still don't know half the shit.
So
They've been fighting
Jerusalem,
for so long, they don't even know what they're fighting for anymore.
let's see. Jerusalem is Judaism's holy land. First and second temples of the Temple Mount, including the foundation stone,
The foundation.
and the Holy of Holies, where the Ark of the Covenant rested. Jews pray facing Jerusalem and observe special laws there, like eating certain tithes.
Not the holies of the holies was your butthole.
Whoa now.
Let's see. Jerusalem
Whoa,
holds
now.
religious significance as holy cities for Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, often called the center of the world in medieval maps. Its status stems from key biblical events, prophets, and sacred sites shared across Abrahamic faiths.
And we're talking about Jerusalem right now?
Jerusalem.
Gotcha.
Christianity importance. Christians revere it for Jesus's ministry, Last Supper, crucifixion at Golgotha, burial, resurrection, and ascension, marked by the Church of the Holy Sepulchre,
That's a good one.
and Via Dolorosa.
Dolorosa.
It represents the fulfillment of the Old Testament covenant through Christ. Islamic known as Al-Qud. Jerusalem is Islam's third holiest city after Mecca and Medina, sites of the prophets Muhammad's night journey and Isra, whatever. I can't say all that stuff.
So Mecca is a city, not the rock. So I misspoke when I said that the rock is Mecca. Mecca is the holiest city, or is a holy city according to Islam.
I guess. Let's check it out.
That's
Yeah.
what it-
Oh, Mecca's the rock.
It says Mecca is Islam's holiest city.
That's the birthplace of Muhammad and the home of the Kaaba. So the Kaaba is the rock. Okay, so the Kaaba's role is the cube-shaped structure. It's believed to be built by Abraham and Ishmael as the first house of worship for God. Pilgrims circumambulate it 7 times during ritual, kissing the black stone embedded in one corner. So there you go. There's your rock.
That's the rock.
I thought that was a rock inside of it.
No, that is the rock.
Whoa, read that historical
rock.
context. Pre-Islam.
Pre-Islam, Mecca was a pagan trade hub with idols in the Kaaba. Muhammad conquered it in 630 CE, purifying it for monotheism. It remains Saudi Arabia's spiritual center. So, Abraham and Ishmael apparently were believed to have built it. And then it was what, I guess, taken over by pagans and then reconquered by Muhammad in 630. That's pretty interesting.
So the Mecca has something to do with the Muslim.
Ooh, scroll back down.
The
just a little bit.
Muslim, non-Muslims are barred.
Right there. The pilgrimage one.
Yeah. Let's see. The Hajj pilgrimage, one of Islam's 5 pillars, requires able Muslims to visit Mecca annually during specific dates, reenacting events from Abraham's life, like standing at Arafat and stoning pillars, symbolizing Satan. Oh, wow. They actually throw rocks at other rocks. It unites millions globally, promoting equality and renewal. So on this pilgrimage, they actually practice stoning something, like a fake stoning, like they stone a goddamn pillar and pretend it's Satan.
Hit that Britannica right there, +2.
So they're getting their
This right here?
No,
So they've been doing that.
that one.
They've been doing that for a long time then.
That's interesting. So they stone pillars that are like representing Satan.
Come down and click. Oh, no, go back to that.
Why? What's up, bud?
Oh, because it tells you more. Go back to it. Now go to where it says 1/3. I don't know what you just did.
You went to the Britannica.
Okay. So,
Britannica.
but
Man,
yeah,
all
well,
those people, dude.
That thing is huge.
yeah,
And they have to
And
circle
it
that thing
all
7
looks black,
times.
but it all looks black. So what corner are they kissing the black stone on a corner?
yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe it's blacker on the other side.
And then they move around that
Stupid.
7 times, it says. So they're like all in unison. Maybe that was like the first rave.
The first
Or the
rave?
first
Maybe the
just
first
in the-
race.
no, like the first race.
The first foot race is
Like
like,
a
7 times around the rock.
Like a mosh pit type deal. You know? Just in there, just a whole collective of people just moving in unison. And, you know, they probably got some stuff going on, you know, some music or something. Little trumpet playing. I don't know.
Trippy.
Yeah. They said something on there about non-Muslims too, and I don't know what that was. Okay, that'll work too. What that was saying, but it said something about non-Muslims at the towards the top of that article.
Trippy.
That's all I seen was not are barred from entering, emphasizing its exclusive spiritual role.
Woof.
So if you are not Muslim, you cannot go to the Mecca.
Could I?
Is that what it's saying?
Could I convert before I enter? I mean, what's the policy on that? How accepting is
An application,
yeah?
just
you
a
know,
paper application,
Just
$50 monthly fee.
I got some references, man.
If you sign up now, you can get the year for $99
And a book bag.
and a book and a free Bible, or do they call it a Bible? It's a Quran.
It's the Quran.
They don't call it the Bible.
No, it's the Quran.
Yeah, and you get a free one of those, pocket version.
Wow.
You stick it in your shirt pocket right here. Revert to it when you need to get some notes on who to stone.
No, I think they got that down pretty well. It's
Yeah, you
The
need stoning.
size of.
You need stoning, bro.
yeah.
According to this pocketbook I got it.
Damn. Give you a little pocketbook for reference. Here you go. In case you forget, we hate the infidels.
Yeah,
Infidels bad.
dance around this rock
It's a cube.
7 times.
How did we get there?
It is
So
a
the
cube.
Mecca by a plane.
No, how did we get there? We got there by talking about the differentiating
The different holy hoods.
No. We were
just the
talking
fact that the
about
Christians or the Catholics were violent,
Yeah.
or used to be, I guess we'll say.
the conflicting
nature.
the conflicting nature of Muslims and Western ideals.
Look that
So I
up.
wonder,
Oh.
I wonder if they were violent then, like they're not violent now. But then if the Muslims were violent then, and it was all like a holy war type thing going on back there, like if everybody else came to a peaceful conclusion or a resolution, and we're like, all right, cool, we're just gonna practice our religion, we're cool, and we're peaceful now. Why
No.
didn't they?
Because
The
their
Muslims?
Bible tells them different. Their Bible says that they conquer all.
It's not their Bible, it's the Quran. You can just call it the
their
Quran.
book.
Their holy book.
Their book.
Yeah.
Their holy pages, I guess. I don't know. I guess just from day one, it's all about murder, death, kill.
Yeah.
Just,
70 tree. 2.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And do they all? I guess if you're gonna be Muslim, you have to follow that book. It's the same as like a Christian would be following the Bible. So, all Muslim folks think the same thing, though.
That's a good question. Are all Muslims cool with Sharia law?
Yeah.
Because that's the question.
Yeah.
When you get down to Sharia law, like, okay, so do all Christians practice true Christian evangelism? So when you think about Christianity, like the evangelism, the sense of evangelism, it's like there's different denominations and levels of spirituality, especially in Christianity. So, like, I was evangelist Christian for a while, so that's a hard life to live.
Is that different than just a Christian? Is it a?
Yeah,
I'm ignorant to this. I'm
it's
legitimately
a
asking.
different level of Christianity. So
Wow.
you're a regular everyday Christian who goes to, let's say, a
Just
Christian.
wears a cross around his neck and says he's a Christian.
No, that's a Catholic thing. The cross thing is more of a Catholic thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oops.
So typical Catholics wear crucifixes. Christians will wear a cross. But typically it's not it's not so much because the whole thou shalt not worship
False gods, false prophets.
no, the any graven image. That's the one.
Mm.
Any engraven image. So thou shalt not worship any engraven image. Well, that's exactly what the crucifix and the cross is. It's an engraven image. So typically, a diehard is going to be like, I'm not going to wear a cross and stuff like that. I'll have a cross up or whatever, but worshiping it and praying to it and stuff like that, that's where the lines kind of get drawn. Catholics will worship and pray to a statue, whereas a Christian will not do that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And then you're saying what you were talking about,
Evangelist Christian are
is
those
taking it to the next level.
It's right above it. It's talking about it's feet on the pavement, grabbing up soldiers for Christ. It's like, hey, brother, Christ needs you. Yeah,
Missions,
we're
right.
going on mission. We are evangelizing. We are expanding. We are teaching the word. We are spreading the gospel and the truth as Christ intended. And those are different kinds of Christian. Those, to me, that's a diehard. Those are soldiers of Christ. The way I explained it, to me, that's the best way to explain it. It's like, those guys, they're real warriors. They go out there and that's why we have so many Christians all over the world. So now what I meant by that is, does every Muslim go by Sharia law? No, definitely not, because not every Christian is evangelist.
So Sharia law is in that book. That's what that book is basically outlining, is the Sharia law.
I believe so. Yeah, and that's the one that's talking about stoning. This law talks about stoning gays and
Right.
women out of have sex out of wedlock. So
cheat.
even if they get raped or whatever.
So I just feel like, especially if you've lived a majority of your life, or maybe even all your life, or just a good chunk of your life, maybe here in the United States, like America, that you would start feeling a certain way about the way that because of our culture here, that we don't condone that type. We don't condone stoning and people
Not if you
and doing
pray
all that.
5 times to the east every day.
But then like it would start to. Well, I'm just saying it would start to like sway their brain in a sense. Like
Americanize them. You mean?
Yeah, like you're reading this book and you're saying, well, this is book because it's my religion and that's what I practice, is saying this. But then, man, all the values of other people around me are influencing me to think that that's something I shouldn't be doing. Like I feel like it would be a conflict. I don't know. I don't follow a book like that, so I don't know. I just treat people nice and I'm chill like that. I don't follow a book to do any of that, but you would just think that it would be more you'd have some sort of influence as to like thinking that is not the right thing to do. Being over here the longer you are over here, the less you would think that that's cool.
Their faith is stronger. Their faith in that book is stronger than them being here for X amount of years.
No. We're talking about extremists here. We're talking about, so in comparison to Muslims and Christians, like I called them evangelists, the evangelism of Muslims.
So those are the extremists.
Those are the extremists. Those are the guys who are like reading the book and interpreting it word for word and fulfilling that mission for them. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the difference. But the big problem here, I guess, is the lessons of the Quran. That's the problem, is that now it's a little bit like craziness. Now we're talking about a whole religion based off of straight crazy. The fact that Muhammad married a 6-year-old and molested her until she was 9, then raped her, and then it's like that goes against everything our culture believes in.
This is true.
And if the Bible said anything like that, well, we sure as hell took it out or changed it so that we wouldn't emulate anything like that. And I don't think we did, because they talk about all kinds of crazy crap in there. So if it did say something, that would have been a good defense for the Muslims to say, nah, well, you know.
Well, in our book, doesn't it say that you don't hurt the innocents? You don't take the innocence of a child. You don't hurt children. You don't hurt the elderly. Like that, right? I believe that's in our book.
I mean, I don't know if that's directly in there, but I know for a fact that
marrying a 6-year-old kid
is wrong and it goes against our culture.
Is not in there.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what is, but
I know
what
what ain't in there. Exactly. Thank you, David.
Yeah, for sure. And if it is, hey, show me.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I'm glad they took it out, or that's not one of our lessons that we learned. You know, that's not one of those things that you know, today's lesson we're gonna talk about.
That wasn't
you know,
in Bible study.
That was not in Bible study for sure. They talked about, you know, homosexualities, and they talked about I think there was some incest there, but
I don't know.
Somalis.
No, let's talk about Somalis.
Scam.
Let's talk about some Somalis. Okay. Now let's get into Walz.
Ooh.
Oh, Walz.
The guy that was trying to run for our freaking president.
Okay.
Vice president.
So I remember
Vice president.
vice presidency.
Vice
Either
president.
way, he wanted to get in the House.
Right.
And there's a problem here. And so remember, I've actually brought this up a few times in the in these episodes, but we didn't get into any in-depth like research, or I didn't even really have all my information down. I still don't. But we're going to talk about it anyway.
Okay.
Remember that assassination that took place? Remember with the two we were talking about those murders that happened, and then
the Congress people.
The Congress people in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yup. Now, you were the one who was actually that episode, because we were talking about Mexico and how, you know, execution or assassination don't really happen like that in politics.
Yes.
You know, and I was like, actually, it just happened.
Yes.
So that's the one we're talking about.
Yeah.
So the guy who did those murders, his manifesto read accusing Walz for putting him up to it. Now, this wasn't just some guy. He was a doctor. You know, this guy was some guy like on Walz's payroll. You know, and there's not enough attention being brought up to this story. Was the dude who killed that woman and her husband, and then shot those other two people, and one of them died from that too. He actually murdered 3 people that day. That story was really weird. Talk about unaccountability. Like, I know this was before Trump's term or whatever, or it was during. Yeah, I think it was right before the year had started or whatever. But the fact is that there's almost nothing as far as details about that. And that was a political assassination that took place on our soil not that long ago. We have no details about. And I mean, not to mention, of course, the Trump guy, the guy who tried to kill Trump, who what's his name, Thomas Matthews.
Old buddy from the rooftop.
Yeah, Crooks. We don't know anything about that. But back to Minnesota. So this guy alleges in his manifesto that Walz was the guy who put him up to it, and that he said that he wanted this lady dead because she had actually just like a week before had voted against this very specific bill. She was the only Democrat to vote against it. And this Democrat would have like given more money to fraud, basically. And she's the only one who voted against it. And then a week later, or less than 2 weeks later, dead. Now, I don't know why these lines aren't being drawn yet, but I listened to PBD, Patrick Bet David. It's my favorite podcast. And they've definitely talked a little bit about it there. But there definitely needs to be more attention being brought to it. Yeah, I mean,
that's a lot. That's a
wild.
lot of shady going on up there,
wild.
bud. There's a lot. There's probably so many people in each other's pockets. It's unreal, dude. And it's like a spider web going on.
Yeah.
You know.
So that guy, like I said, that guy was a doctor. And
So the doctor's the one that assassinated the people.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying that Walz put him up to it.
Yeah.
Is that what that's what I heard, right? And yeah. Why Minnesota? I guess because it's Minnesota. It just goes under the radar. Nothing really goes on in Minnesota or something.
Okay, yeah, and this guy's still alive. That's right. I forgot. I remember they caught his ass.
I am not a robot.
Let's go back. Give me something.
Caught who?
They caught the guy who did it. Like he didn't
shooter?
die. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, on June 14th, 2025, Vance Luther Bolter. Actually, it's Dr. Vance Luther Bolter. I don't know why I didn't put doctor in there. He is a doctor. 57 carried out targeted shootings at the homes of Minnesota Democrat lawmaker killing state representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark in the Brooklyn Park, while seriously injuring state senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette in Chaplain Bowler, disguised as a police officer with a realistic silicone mask, uniform, and fake police SUV. Posed as a law enforcement to gain entry before opening fire. Bolter first struck the Hoffmans around 2 a.m., shooting John 9 times and Yvette 8 times. And those are the two that survived. Their daughter Hope escaped serious injury as her parents shielded her. He then visited unoccupied homes of Representative Christine Banner and Senator Ann Rest before arriving at the Hortmans, where he killed both after exchanging gunfire with responding officers and fleeing on foot. A massive 2-day manhunt involving hundreds of officers ended with his arrest on June 15th near Green Isle, Minnesota. Now this is interesting. Where did they find him? Because I think it was like.
Oh, I just saw Waltz's name. Can you scroll back up?
What do you mean?
I can, yeah, for sure.
Right there.
Motive and
Like
background.
where exactly they found him?
Hold on. Let's go back. Motive and background. Authorities describe the attacks as politically motivated to kill, injure, harass, and intimidate legislators linked to Bolter's anti-abortion views. He was a former Trump voter with no party preference, noted recently. A rambling letter falsely accused Governor Tim Walz of directing the killings, dismissed as fantasy by prosecutors. Yeah, you. Let me
all
see,
folklore.
Let me see that. Let me see that letter.
Yeah, of course it's all bullshit, right? Nah, we don't know. That there's no way he wrote that. He's a crazy person by himself.
Well, they better pull up that manifesto right here, right now, because I want to go ahead and read it for myself. But let me see.
You think it'll give it to you?
I believe it's public record.
You think they?
Here we go. All right. Below is the complete transcript as published. Dear Kash Patel, my name is Dr. Vance Luther Bolter, ED. I am the shooter at large in Minnesota, involved in the shootings. I don't know why.
Shootings.
The shootings.
Shootings.
That's weird. It's written that way. On the morning of Saturday, June 15th, at approximately 2:30 a.m. and at 3:30 a.m. or around that time, I will probably be dead by the time you read this letter. I wanted to share some info with you that you might find interesting. I was trained by U.S. military people off the books starting in college. I have been on projects since that time in Eastern Europe, North America, the Middle East, and Africa, all in the line of doing what I thought was right in the best interest of the United States.
He's an operator.
Whoa. That hold on. Let's just talk about that first paragraph really quick. What the hell? Like, can't we just check the validity of that? I mean, wouldn't that be really quick to check his passport? See if he's been to the Middle East, Africa.
He's off the books.
Okay, going on.
He's
Recently,
U.S. military off the books.
Yeah,
so,
good point,
You know,
good point.
You know, if that's true, then yeah, you don't know who he is. He's probably got 9 passports, and he's a different person everywhere he goes.
just like every spy movie ever made.
Yeah, I'm sure it's got some validity to
Let's
it.
see what he's got here. Recently, I was approached about a project that Tim Walz wanted done, and blank blank
Oh.
and Keith and blank was also aware of the project. Tim wanted me to kill Amy Klobuchar and Tina blank. Tim wants to be a senator, and he doesn't trust blank to retire as planned, and thinks she is going to stay on at the last minute. With Amy plus somebody else gone, Tim would get one of the Gen Senate seats, and blank wants to be gov, and Keith Ellison, sick, would be rewarded with lieutenant governor's position. This is a lot of information. I told Tim I wanted nothing to do with it, and he didn't call off the plan. I would go public. And if he didn't call off the plan, I would go public. He said he would call it hurt my family if I did. Sick, play ball.
What is that even? What is, yeah.
Yeah, he keeps parenthesizing SIK.
Whatever that means. Yeah.
If I did play ball, then he set up a meeting with me and Mel blank and blank. This is heavily redacted. To talk about opinions, which they had. Wait, what does that say? To talk about options when they had some people waiting to kill me. That's weird. I was able to get away by God's mercy, so I went back a short time later and shot both at both blank plus blank. This is weird.
Yeah, is this even the actual deal? Who knows what this is?
I don't know. There's a lot of weirdness in there.
Yeah, you should notice how I didn't fire one round at any police officers, and boy, did I have plenty of opportunity. Asked for the report on how many weapons and ammunition I had with me. Cops were pulling up right next to me in their vehicles, and I had an AK pistol aimed right at their head, and I could have left a pile of cops dead, but I did. But I did shoot one bullet towards law enforcement. You can ask them, because I support the police.
That SIC must be not. I would have, I don't know, but maybe they, because up there it says it, and if it says did not play ball. And then right there it says dead, but I did not shoot one bullet towards law enforcement, I'm guessing. And some of this is like jumbled and weird.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to skip that. Then ask Tim Walz if he knows me and see what he says. If he says he doesn't know, hold on. Maybe I missed something important here. Nope. Oh, wait. Yeah, it says, but if they're hurting my wife or my kids, next time I won't give them a pass. If you think I'm making this up, just get on the phone and tell Tim you have a few questions for him. Then ask Tim Walz if he knows me and see what he says. If he says he doesn't know me or never met me, look in the files and you will see that Tim Walz personally appointed me as to be on his governor's workforce board as one of the business representatives. He is probably trying to destroy that info, but it's public record. Then ask Tim Walz why they kept the shots silent from the media when they first happened. Not a word in the press about it. Why? They needed to get their stories figured out first, so everyone was on the same page about what happened. Tim is probably crapping bricks right now because I'm still at large and he knows what I can do, that I know about where all the buried skeletons are. So I will be shot on sight. You can bet on that. Okay, so
But he's
that's
still alive.
That's the full letter. He is still alive.
Okay.
The letter described as rambling and conspiratorial includes Bolter's confession to the attacks, false claims of a covert military training. Okay, that's AI's bullshit. Which I'm starting to be real skeptical about because this is interesting. So this lady, the first person that was mentioned in this. Okay, wait, let me go back. Where did they find him? Vance Bolter's arrest location was in a field near Green Isle, Minnesota, approximately 1 mile from his family residence. So he was in a field a mile away from his house, and they couldn't find him for 2 days.
You would think that would be the first place they're going is to his house.
They didn't go to his house?
Local residents saw him on a camera,
You know what I mean?
on a trail camera, spotted him crawling through the shrubs.
Pull that camera up to your... pull that mic up to you, bud.
Oh, I was gonna say you got camera footage of it. Let's go. Shit.
Fox 9 does.
So he was a mile away from his house, and it took 2 days to find him. That's crazy.
So-
He was in that field for 48 hours, I guess. He killed them 2 people and went to go hide in a spot for, you know what I mean?
He was maybe trying to make it home to get some, especially if he's military. But if he's military dude like that, if that's the case, man, then he would have already had that military folk plan.
So Dr.
You know.
Vance Bolter, doctor, this guy's a smart guy. He's
Yeah.
a doctor.
And if he's supposedly, like I said, military trained, them boys plan and then go execute. Like there's planning involved. He wouldn't have just been sitting there in a field for 2 days, 1 mile from his house, knowing damn well that there's people that are going to be looking for him at his house.
It's like an MK Ultra kind of deal.
Like, come on now, you know. Like
This one's real weird, and the media gave it so little attention. This was an actual assassination that took place in our politics. It's something that doesn't happen all the time.
Actually, there's a lot of them that happen. The politicians, you'd be surprised. Look up the amount of
I was.
politicians that there's quite a few. There's 20 or some odd that happen that you never hear about.
Like a year, our politicians that get murdered.
Attempts. There's some massive attempts, but apparently the amount of
I'm
politicians.
talking about actual murders, man.
Look 'em up. Look it up. You got it right there.
You want me to look up
people
the
be
what
trying
is
to
it?
ki-
How
people
many?
trying to kill senators all day?
How many assassinations or how many murders of
How many
U.S.
attempts?
representatives? Damn, that shit threw Trump up there quick.
Let's see. How many assassinations on U.S. reps have there been? That's a good enough question, right? Okay, let's see what it says. Since it's talking about 1789. No, never.
Wow, it doesn't even
Never,
anything
dude.
about recent.
It never happens. The last time it happened was a dueling.
Let's go. I challenge you to a duel, concert.
Goddamn Cornelius. Cornelius over here.
Damn.
Ain't
Yeah.
nobody named Cornelius anymore.
Yeah, no, dude, it's not something that happens all the time. Assassinations on our soil, that's not a typical thing. Like we got Kennedy, we got, there was that real bad shooting that happened with the softball. You remember that? There was a bunch of I think they were practicing for a softball game. A bunch of you remember that?
I remember that.
That was
yeah.
the last time that a bunch of representatives got murked.
Besides that,
Besides this recent one. But yeah, that was what we're talking about 8-10 years ago. We're talking a long time ago, maybe 12, 15. Why am I even asking?
Why am I asking?
Why didn't it pull that up? I guess that wasn't an assassination. That was more of a mass shooting, huh?
So what happened? Baseball game or softball game? I don't know. I ain't heard about that.
Yeah, there was some sort of mass shooting at this congressional baseball shooting involving Republican lawmakers practicing for their annual charity game. That was in 2017. See, I wasn't far off.
but none were present. No state reps present or injured.
How many people were shot?
Of course, it was an SKS. Gotta love it.
Let's see.
Well, hold on. House Majority whipped Steve. Scandalese shot in the hip.
Yeah, there was people shot, man. I remember there was some
But
people
that's a
shot.
state representative right there. Scroll down some more.
Let's see here. Victims. Oh, okay. Victims. House Majority, Whip Steve, Scalise, Matt Mika, Jack Barth, Capitol Police Officers, Crystal Grinner. So
Ooh,
one was
shot
shot
in the
in the
ankle.
hip, critically injured, shot multiple times in the chest and arms, shot in the calf. Another one was shot in.
So it looks like
All
only
sur-
one
all survived.
representative. Looks like only one representative got shot.
Senator Rand Paul.
Rand Paul and
were
Jeff
present.
Flake were present but unharmed. So yeah, that was, but that was back in 2017. That was what, 8 years ago. Damn, I pulled that one out.
Damn.
I pulled that number out the cuff, dude. It's all that caffeine, boy.
I got that triple banger stewing, and I'm hitting one right now.
No, I threw a bunch of numbers out there. I said like 8, 10, 12, 15. How many years?
Yeah.
It's got to be one of those years. It happened.
That's pretty good.
17.
Yeah, and that's on the money. Well, it's 26 now, so yeah, technically, all right, but whatever.
But yeah, that's not something that happens all the time, man. And so the fact that this wasn't even spoken about a bunch, I remember that softball thing was talked about a whole bunch. That's why you and I still remember it. He doesn't remember it because he don't watch TV. He's uncultured.
Yeah, I'm trying not to watch too much of that.
He only watches cartoons and shit.
First 48.
Just Looney Tunes.
Just the loonies.
Just a loon. They got the first 48 channel now, bro.
Oh yeah,
Just saying.
yeah. You got to stop all that. That
Ben
no good.
Stolen. You seen that one yet?
Nah.
He gave the keys to Ben Stolen.
Oh yeah, that's here in
That's the
San
one here in
Antonio.
San Antonio.
They got a first 48 here in San
That's
Antonio. It's hilarious.
hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah. So what was the whole premise of that story though? Where were we getting at with that? As far as we're talking about the cover up in Minnesota,
All linked
Well,
together.
that talks. Well,
brings it all together.
he
That's
goes
all-
back to Walz.
Yeah.
Right, so he's pointing the finger right at Walz. He's saying that Walz is responsible for this. He has his motives, and he's the one who put him up. Now, are those the ramblings of an insane man who just murdered, a few people?
But wait.
Maybe.
But if old girl was the one Democrat that was going against that Tim Walz was trying to push, is that a coincidence or is that like, come on now, mother?
And then this guy says Tim Walz put him up to it.
Yeah,
like
but he's just
the fact that
rambling.
nobody's linking those two
And
things
he
together.
worked for Walz. He says he worked for Walz. Was he rambling? Did he really work? So look that up. Did old buddy really work for Walz? Because he even says it would be public record. So are they scrubbing public records?
Yeah, it's a good point.
So you'd have to go to their whatever their Minnesota.gov or something, whatever their website is for public record.
No, hold on. Let me get back over here to this page.
Doc, could you imagine having a duel with somebody with the dueling pistols, bro?
I mean,
John Wick style,
I'm winning all of them.
Mr. Wick.
Yeah, that'd be
I'm
crazy, dude.
Hey, I want to see the spinoff they got going on Wick. They got that Asian cat about to do a spinoff. That's going to be interesting because he's blind.
Let's see here. It says, I asked if he worked for Walz. Perplexity, who I really don't believe, says no close ties to Walz. Vance Boltler served on the Minnesota Governor's Workforce Development Board as a volunteer business member, first appointed in 2016 by the Governor Mark Dayton for a 3-year term and reappointed in December 2019 by Governor Tim Walz for another term ending. Okay, so he has no close ties, but he was appointed by Tim Walz.
and then reappointed.
Oh my God, Perplexity! I swear to God,
It's not a
you're useless
it's not
to
a
me.
close tie. It's just a tie.
It's just a tie. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a close tie though.
Nature of the role: the board, with over 60 members, provides non-binding policy recommendations on workforce, debunking Clay's social media amplified the reappointment as evidence of a close relationship or a left-wing ties, but Bolter reported voted for Trump, held anti-abortion views, and had no documented interactions with Walz. Board colleagues recalled little about him. Bolter and victim Senator John Hoffman overlapped on the board, but no close collaboration is confirmed. That is retarded. That can't be any more retarded.
So look, click on that little box right there. That's CBS News +2.
Okay.
And then drop right up under that.
Fact check. Let's see. Governor Walz appointed of Minnesota, shooting suspect. Okay, about 6 years ago, Bolter was appointed. All right. Let me ask how.
I mean, if it's public record, then it's on the state's website.
What do you mean? He was appointed. We already confirmed that. But the question is, like, how close the ties were. How does one get appointed?
Was they eating dinner with each other?
I mean, it said right there that he doesn't personally know the dude. It said it right there.
But how do you get appointed if you don't personally know the guy? Like, appointments to the Minnesota government board occur through the state's open appointment system managed by the Secretary of the State. So the Secretary of the State?
I don't know. It's scroll
Says
up.
right there. Applications forward to the governor's office or board staff who review and may interview candidates. The governor makes the final selections.
Yeah, the governor makes the governor selected him.
Yep.
The governor appoints members to a 3-year term, prioritizing private sector majority per federal law. Positions like business reps are unpaid volunteers with no personal vetting by the governor. Oh, no personal vetting.
Yeah, so go scroll up to the one before this. It said up there, right about where your cursor is, a little bit right there. Bolter where did it say? Walt's office confirmed he did not know Bolter personally, as these are procedural appointments among hundreds of volunteer boards covering topics like tourism and mosquito control, whatever the fuck that means. But they're saying that he didn't know him personally, so he may just sign a piece of paper saying that he's got a job. You know, or that he's okay to be a volunteer. Anyways, he didn't have a job, right? He said he was
unpaid.
He was served on the development board as a volunteer. So he may have just seen it and just say he was signed off on the fact that he was okay for him to be a volunteer or something, but he didn't know him personally. Is that what they're saying?
That's what Perplexity is saying. Yeah.
I mean, who really knows the truth? But I mean. What if he did though?
Yeah, that's the question. That's the question is what if he in fact did? I mean,
it's all true.
They worked together, I guess. You know, he worked for the government workforce deployment. You know, that can be quickly checked. So there it is. It's been fact checked. He did in fact work for Walz. You know, so how much more of that is true? How much more of that manifesto is true? If one part is true.
Yep.
You know? So he's like I said, he's a doctor. How do you go and become a doctor and then I mean, how many doctors commit mass shootings? That's
funny. He sent it to Kash Patel.
Yeah, dear.
But why Kash Patel? What was Kash Patel doing back in 2017?
No. This didn't happen in 2017. This happened in last year, bud.
Oh yeah, this was last year. The
Yeah.
wall was 2017.
What is he a doctor? Like, what is? I wonder what he's a doctor in.
Education.
Is that what the ED?
Education.
He's like a professor. Or something?
Yeah, dude. He's a smart. He teaches smart people.
And so that's why I'm assuming why they're saying that they got trained by people off the books starting in college, like when he was probably a professor. Then they approached him maybe or something.
No, it seems like when he was going to college.
So then if this is true, then he's been with the military trained for a long time then. If he's already a professor.
Well, they said he wasn't.
College, what is a PhD? 12 years?
Yeah.
10, 12 years, depending on what you're doing and how long it takes you.
Do you think he'd have that much misspelling? Look, right out the gate in the second sentence, the third word's misspelled. Missing a whole T.
What are you talking about?
You know.
Right there.
Involved in the shootings.
The shootings. Like some of that shit just don't make no sense.
Yeah,
this is also on here though.
Yeah, I can't.
I was trained by the U.S. military.
It could have been.
You're
handwritten.
You're reading at the wrong stuff, dude. You're looking at the wrong information.
I'm looking at things that you don't want to think a man that did 12 years that educates other people.
This guy wrote this by hand, so you'd have to actually read the actual handwritten letter, which we're not doing.
It
we're
was
just-
handwritten, right?
Yeah, handwritten.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
You have to read it by hand. Read exactly what it was, because I remember seeing a picture of it.
So do you think people cut and edited, or do you think
I
they
don't
wrote
know.
a letter for letter?
I don't
Wow.
know, but like I said, you're reading into the wrong stuff. The facts that I'm interested in is the fact that he was a doctor, the fact that he apparently says he was affiliated with Tim Walz, and the fact that this lady that was murdered was the only person to vote against a bill.
What were the other ones into?
What do you mean?
He said he had a list. He had a list of folks in his car. I wonder what the other folks were into.
I don't know what you're talking about. He said he
The
had a
other
list.
people. He had a kill list.
I didn't read that in here. Was there a kill list in here?
Yeah, no, not from him in his little manifesto. From what the reports were saying on another one that we read before we got to this part.
Really? They said
Oh,
that there
there
was a
was
kill
more?
list?
That there was more. He had more people on there.
I wonder who they were.
Yeah, so this is very interesting. To me, this okay, so we're all in a hype about the fraud that's happening in Minnesota. But there's some crazy stuff happening in Minnesota.
It looks
So-
like anything against abortion, really.
I mean, could they also have just kind of put a book in there with a bunch of names on there with a bunch of people just to make it seem like it wasn't a targeted?
Hold on, let's check it out.
Like,
So Governor Walz,
He was just gonna kill everybody. like, at this
Ilhan
point.
Omar, Tina Smith, Angie Craig, and Kelly Morrison, Planned Parenthood leaders and philanthropists, Mackenzie Scott. All named politicians were Democrats. The list focused on pro-choice supporters. That's weird. Seems a little planned in.
Yeah, Minnesota, Michigan, Ohio, Wisconsin, and Texas, where all of them were.
That seems a little planted. Like I said, this
45
is
people.
Yeah.
screaming. This is screaming MK Ultra.
I'm just saying, like,
Cover up.
oh, okay, of course.
Allegedly.
Of course, you found a book with all these names just so they didn't have that one lady's name on it.
Oh,
it is-
right.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, we got a name or we got a book with all these names. Okay, all y'all just didn't. He just didn't get to you in time.
He also went to
caught
somebody
him.
else's house too, right?
You know.
Like,
Hey, read the other one, the rolling case. Federal charges
You know.
cite the list of evidence of stalking. Old Buddy visited 4 lawmakers' homes on the 14th of June, 25. 2 were unoccupied or interrupted by police. So that means one was unoccupied, one was interrupted by the police, and they lost them for 2 fucking days.
yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
And they interrupted him as he was. Didn't they say he was supposedly portraying a police officer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was dressed up in SWAT gear. He also had that guy's he also had the guy from Breaking Bad, a mask on of that guy.
Right.
A good silicone one. That must have
So-
been f***ing great.
So but another police officer would have talked to this guy in police talk, right? Like in a sense, like you know how like you're buddies with somebody, or like like you're in the trades or something like that.
What are you talking about? Like he actually intercepted a cop? Like
That's what it says right there. 2 were unoccupied or interrupted by police.
Yeah, so that means
So
one,
if he's over there and
somebody wasn't home, and another one, the cops saw him somehow, and
Yeah.
the cops were like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And old buddy broke
Told him
out.
some stupid fucking story or whatever, and they're
why would
like,
you assume that? I would
It
think that
says
he's
right there, it was interrupted. So on 2 of them, one house he went
yeah,
to,
but
there
why
was-
would you assume that the guy was like, "Oh, I'm just some cop. I'll see you later."
No, I'm not saying that. That's what your boy here
Isn't
saying.
that what he was dressed up as when he did all this?
Yeah,
or is
it's
this
it-
like a whole separate incident? It's not like the same night. He didn't just do all this at the same time.
Yeah, he
Or am I
did it all.
missing-
He did it all at the same time, June 14th. But 2 were unoccupied or interrupted by police. Maybe the police were already
driving around?
Driving
they Saw him,
around.
they were
like,
posted up.
yeah, we can't.
Also, they didn't actually make contact. They
Yeah,
were
they
just
might have not
maybe
made
he got
contact.
spooked by the
Yeah,
police.
it was just interrupted by the police, or they could
don't
have
know.
seen him and been
It's
like,
kind
"What are
of
you
vague.
doing?" And he just ran the f*** off.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe
don't know.
maybe the police were already posted at their houses
Hmm.
because 2 representatives already got murdered. Another 2 were shot, and so they're like, "All right, let's post guards at everybody's house."
Well, I guess the real question is, was the one unoccupied and was the one interrupted? Because honestly,
Was that after the fact?
I
After
don't
the
know. I
dudes
mean,
got
because
killed
you
or
think,
before?
well, you think they're already looking for him if he would have killed them already, and then he shows up at these. So either way,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
so did he get away then kill him, or did he kill him then get
they
away?
got away. Yeah, which was first, I guess.
And then go by the unoccupied house? How did they know he went by an unoccupied house? Did a ring doorbell tell him?
Yeah, something like that. You know, crazy.
There's probably a lot of details we don't know, like the Epstein files.
I know it.
We want the real files.
So that right there, talk about all this Minnesota stuff. To me, this thing comes to mind because what the hell? What the hell is really going on? Another thing.
That was just last year.
I know. Another thing that's spooky.
And he was a doctor, and all the medical places that the Somalis got too. They caught one building that had like 22.
He was a doctor of education. There's a difference.
He was in an education
wasn't-
system when they had learning centers.
They had leering centers.
Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah, get it right.
Leering.
Yeah, so it's very sus. Me and Dave were talking just yesterday about something that's sus right here at home. Now, I'm gonna get into it. Now, the recent it's hard to talk about. So the recent death of this girl Camilla, to me it seems very, very suspicious. Now,
What do you mean?
what I mean is it took 8 days to find her, and she's 600 feet from houses.
Feet, yards, something like
Feet?
that. Yeah.
No, feet.
Yeah, something like
600
I didn't know that.
600 lowly feet. How much is 600 feet?
The one with her uncle's gun? The one that apparently stole the uncle gun out of
the dad's. It was the dad's, wasn't it?
I don't. It
Somebody's,
says a family member.
It
I
was a
don't
family
think it's
member,
ever.
yeah.
Well, I heard it was the uncle. I heard it was an uncle that,
Do you know-
that she stole the gun.
Do you know what kind of gun it was?
Regardless of the fact, my question is, why were the feds involved? The feds haven't even got involved in that little Afghani girl that's been missing for like 4 years now. And that girl was young. The feds didn't get involved in that, I don't believe. It made headline news, but now it's only on the local. That girl had been missing. It wasn't 8 days she was missing. She was missing just a day or two, and they was already talking about it.
What, bringing the feds in?
Yeah, they already had the feds. They were talking about the feds were helping out and everything. And then the prop, they found her out. I thought it was 1516, but my stupid ass wasn't listening to the radio, the news right. It was 1560. And they found her on some private property of a landscaping place.
Yep.
They had looked over there, but they had left and then went back.
And looked again and found her.
looked again
Yeah.
because the brush was so tall. But then it's wild because they said that she had a recent breakup or something like that.
Yeah, there was but a lot of her family members and everything. Everyone said that there was like no. Okay, so here's what I think is suspicious. My biggest thing is the fact that it took them 8 days to find her. She was 600. Okay, so we're looking at a map here. All right.
Oh, is that what this is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got into it, bro. We got into it. We were triangulating over
So-
here, brother.
Caspian Springs is this road here. All right, right here. Okay.
Right.
So it's a very short road. All right. So even if she lived way over here, the body had to have been found somewhere in this grassy.
Just look for the.
It's right here, dude. Burning bush. So this is the entrance to this landscaping.
Yeah, there's only like
facility.
one way in
And then
kind of deal.
and we checked out, we scoped it out. The only grassy area on this whole prop is right here. From
Yeah.
this side, right over here.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is right on the road, 1560. So this is the grassy area to which they're speaking of.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
We're assuming, anyways.
No,
that's-
It's got
that's
to
it.
be. It's got
That's
to be.
it.
Yeah.
so yeah, there it is, right there. There's the grassy area. Okay. But check this out. Look at all these houses over here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 7 houses on this side on Caspian, 8 if you can include that one over there. All right, so right across the street, if you heard a gunshot the night before Christmas, everybody's home.
Fireworks, homie. That's damn near the country. And then people don't pay attention like that, doggy. Keep it a buck.
Okay, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. If I was a cop looking for this little girl, don't you think I'm going to go, I don't know, I guess, knocking around, asking people if they've heard anything?
But if you've heard fireworks going off, because they were selling fireworks.
No, not until the day after Christmas. Look it up. They do not start selling. They do not start selling them until the day after Christmas. That's when, which also is kind of weird because Christmas Eve.
Oh wow, that right there.
Yeah.
On the same side, doggy.
Which that was open for business with her body there.
There was people.
Okay, so yeah, for 8 days there was people shopping here.
Or at least, well, if she left Christmas Eve, 2 days had to go by for the day after Christmas.
Yeah,
3 days.
3 days. So 3
No,
days
excuse
they're
me,
setting
2 days,
up.
2 days. Yeah, 24th Christmas Eve to the day after Christmas when they open up is 2 days. So from 2 days to 8 days, so that's 6 days that she was out there.
And people are buying.
People are
There's
buying-
a high traffic area. People
Yeah.
are coming in and buying fireworks from this Mr.
And
W fireworks
Nobody
stand.
smelled anything. Nobody seen anything. Nobody heard anything. It's
But
just-
here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I shot a gun anywhere in this line, right across the street, and this is all built up by now, you know.
I don't think it is. I think it's undeveloped still.
No, it's definitely
No. From the news, bro.
Look at, I'm showing you right here.
Oh,
This
they got that
is.
Google.
captured March 2025. Right there at the bottom.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What?
March 2025 is when the picture I'm talking about across the street.
This is a
That's there in the picture.
Goldstein, look at this. These are the houses that I am showing you. You don't have to argue it. This is the grass line. These houses are already built.
Mm-hmm.
Look at them. They weren't unbuilt.
No, I
Okay.
understand. Yes, those are built.
All right, so these houses right here, they're right here. Okay, they're on this track right here. So when I go here, that's these houses back here. All right. Or no, these ones right here. So I'm looking at those houses right here in the front. Those are the 8 houses. 1, 2, 3,
Mm-hmm.
4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Yeah.
So those are right here. It doesn't show them on this map, but they're right on this track right here. So literally across the street on Christmas Eve. That's
nobody was out on their back porch.
Nobody
chilling,
heard
nothing.
anything.
You know, I don't know.
All right, so scroll over that way a little bit.
I mean, it like
that's
we were
what
just.
I thought. All right, that's where I was confused because the ones you were looking at, I thought was the ones that were her street.
No, this is Caspian.
So
here.
pretty much the houses you were just looking at, if you turned around, where's that Mr. W fireworks?
That's right
It's
there.
right across the street.
It's all
Oh,
right
okay.
there. I mean, a small caliber, because we don't know what it was.
Okay, there it
A
is.
small caliber it'd be maybe a little harder to pick up and you wouldn't hear it, but and if it's just one shot, I mean, you hear it and you're like, well, maybe that was a TV, maybe that was that, and you just kind of blow it off.
Yeah, but
if
what
it's
kind
20,
of
30 of them, you know,
what
but
kind of
yeah, but-
investigative work did they do? You know what I mean?
well,
Like,
search and rescue.
this is
work,
also-
you know, that's the biggest thing. Like,
and
you
apparently
didn't
they
see it.
searched the area.
Yeah, obviously not well enough.
And another
For
weird
days
thing
to go by before you finally find her.
Another weird thing is that so she had to come down the street right here, right?
I don't know.
The video they had, it showed her walking on a bend.
Yeah. So,
So
check
honestly,
this
it
out.
doesn't even look like any of those streets. The bend.
No, that's over here. This is the bend right here.
Yeah, there is a parkway though.
No. It was a bend more like this, but it wasn't sharp like in the corners of the block. It was more like a gradual, but more than that. because there was houses all along. The video they showed her walking, you could tell it was all residential.
like in the neighborhood.
It was,
Yeah,
it was
definitely in
definitely
the
a
neighborhood.
wide,
Oh,
like
then it was this one right
4-lane
here.
kind of road. Yeah, it had like a bike lane that she was walking in or something like that. 'Cause it didn't even look like she was walking on or whoever that was
Honestly,
wasn't on the sidewalk.
it would look more like the one right there going into the playground, the way that bend was.
Yeah, just something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, it
'cause she
was-
was walking in on that little
Nah,
the bike lane is what.
No,
it
there
looked like
wasn't no
she-
fences. She was walking in front of homes. The video I had seen that they had of her, she was walking in front of homes.
Yeah, I don't know, but either and we don't even know if that was her. They're just assuming that it was her. It's so grainy and you couldn't tell.
The
Here's a-
clothing.
Here's another
know.
thing is, okay, so she's all right. So I just want to show you this right here. The front of this door, I can see it clearly on this main road. And then the front of that door too. Well, it's a little obstructed by the trees and probably by the impression of there. Okay, so I probably not so much on this road, on that house right there. But what I mean by that is if she's walking,
Now you're trying to talk about cameras.
yeah,
No.
The one they had was like somebody's dash cam too, so it wasn't no house cameras.
Mm-hmm. That's what they're.
That's what they.
That's
went
what
off
we.
of.
That's what
Yeah,
we
that's-
see, anyways.
Yeah, that's the only video I had seen.
so
Yeah.
here's Caspian Springs. You telling me none of these places have ring cameras?
Shit, almost every one of them probably do.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the street she walked down. And to get to where they found her body, she would have had to have come down this way. Now there's
But do those cameras constantly record? I guess it's all on how you set them up, right?
just
It's
movement.
the distance.
You know,
It's the distance
yeah.
for the movement.
Because I mean, if you had it set up to where it's on motion or something, all those cars, everything going by all day, every day, that thing would constantly chime your phone. So maybe you just have it set up for like, hey, within 10 feet or something, within the yard, or if it rings my doorbell or whatever, that's when you start recording. So maybe there is no footage because it's just the way the cameras work and operate. It's not a 24/7 feed
Mm,
or
good point.
recording. You know what I mean?
It only records either if you push them, if you get within a certain amount
Yeah,
of feet.
exactly.
Because some of them whistle and they tell you that this was recording. Those are
Yeah.
ones that are like above your garage or in the corner of
Yeah.
the house or whatever.
But you got to be within a certain, you
Mhm.
could probably set the parameters, I'd imagine,
Yeah.
but so maybe just nothing is getting picked up because that looks like a camera sitting on his front porch right there.
Right there.
That little white box right there. Yeah. Oh, no, that's a wind chime or something. Damn, you can zoom
There's a
into
camera
people's-
right there.
into people's, look there.
There's a whole kid right there.
Oh, man, no privacy on Google Maps.
Got him, boy.
Yeah, there's
Where
a
the hell did he
camera right
go?
there.
You need to go wash your feet, dirty kid.
Where'd he go?
He gone.
There's a
Where-
camera right there on that door. Did you see that?
Oh, I'm sure several of them are there. It's just whether or not they're recording. That looks like an old school
No,
doorbell.
that's a
for
regular old
sure.
doorbell.
Mhm.
No, but this picture was in 2013. You see that?
Oh, yeah, it is.
And then when I come over here, it changes to 2022.
Oh,
And
weird.
There is a ring on there.
Wow, that's wild.
And even that's old, so it may not even be there anymore. Maybe updated. Maybe 8K, 4K, Ultra. What do you call it? 8K, Ultra?
This one doesn't seem to have one, but it might. I don't know. It just seems weird, man. It strikes me as weird as hell.
But she wasn't even the only one that came up missing. There was 3 girls.
Yeah, but they found one of them, and the other girl, I'm not
think
too
2 of 'em
sure.
were
I think
found, right?
I think she said they called and said don't look for me.
Well, I think both of them.
Look
were
here,
good to
this
go.
one also has a ring camera on it.
As of April 22.
Wow, this whole house is blurred out. How do you do that?
You just contact Google through an email. Tell them you want your house blotted out.
Crazy. I want to look at it though. Wow, it's so blurry.
It's a CIA stash house. They got Maduro in there right now.
They got Maduro in there right now.
The DEA stash house. Dude, that's crazy. You can zoom in like that.
Yeah.
How much creepy craziness you probably see on the Google Maps, just searching and just scrolling through and zooming in on things. Because you know people see the car, bro.
Bro, hey, people
start wilding out.
Hey, people have found
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at Google Earth, found cars and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, and they obviously don't update it too often. I don't. Are you on Google itself, or are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, because it says
Google Maps.
Hey,
it says 2013.
So how
dude.
about that stuff in Houston? The serial killer. They done pulled 34 bodies out of that
Oh shit!
out of that Houston Bayou in Vegas, out in the desert. They found like remains of 300 and some odd people out there.
Wait, is it in Houston or in Vegas?
No, there's two separate ones. The one in Houston, in the Houston Bayou, 34 bodies done been pulled out that joint. So they thinking a serial killer. And then in Nevada, Susan was telling me that like remains of 300 and some odd different people were found in Nevada. And they've even ID'd a few of some of the remains.
Okay.
Ain't that wild?
So
Well,
there's
I mean,
just a
when I-
couple serial killers on the loose.
300, that's something different. That's somebody.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it sounds like that
But
could
the
be
one in-
mob related. I mean, are they old? I mean,
No, it's just something that they just started finding. I haven't seen any of the recent stuff, but it's just ones that I had seen in the past month or so. I haven't looked up much on them since then. It's just wildness. The 34 in Houston, though, that one keeps on popping up.
Dude, a mob freaking dumping grounds with hundreds of bodies, dude. That'd be freaking.
Oh, dude,
nuts,
from the 70s,
bro.
dude, from the whole Vegas when it was crazy and all that, that wouldn't surprise me.
Dog.
But the Houston Bayou, that one's a little close, man. Because that one,
I know
they're
I don't know
still
what you-
like
I don't know what you're talking
actively.
about.
I know
they're still pulling folk at that joint.
I heard about bodies being pulled out of Lady Bird. Did you hear about that?
The lake.
No, what is it? I thought it was Woodlawn.
No, I was talking about up in Austin,
Oh
Yeah.
no, I was
Lady-
talking about here.
Lady Bird Park.
Wow, I didn't
Yeah.
hear about that one.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, like they think that there's a
Several.
serial killer.
Hold on, whoa. Aren't some of them old because of the drought? And some of them up in Austin, some of them when they started the levels went down, they found some bodies. Found some like with buckets, crap on their feet and whatnot, holding them down.
Really?
I believe so. I believe it's because the water level started going down up around Austin. But here recently, they were talking about the amount of drownings that have been happening in Woodlawn Park here. Because there's been a few people. One chick was a brother. One chick talked about her brother was having a mental thing, went out, got caught up, wound up drowning. Some of the other ones have been some bodies of some homeless people. There was some the bad weather.
Yeah,
that
but
we
we're
had.
talking about like murders and stuff like
No,
that.
no,
Like they
and-
think
and
it's a
here-
serial killing. Like you're talking
Foul
about
play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
foul
foul
play. So
play.
you're talking about some bums falling in the
No,
goddamn lake.
no. That's what had them looking at Woodlawn, and apparently they
bums.
found a few since then that could possibly be. I don't know if it's serial killer related, but
Some
possibly
questionables.
homicide. Some questionable details.
Well, yeah. So Lady Bird, I think they're pulling out a specific type of body, and like they're all the same type of person. You know, like this killer has an MO.
Between certain age,
Yeah,
certain whatever.
exactly. I think it's young men. I'm not too sure. I think it's young men.
Hey, Houston had that serial rapist running around that was raping men. Serial, that was real shit.
Same
That's
dude,
great.
you think?
Oh,
Dude's just out there pork and beans and.
Damn.
your boy Andrew Schultz talks about that shit.
Hey, my boy. He used to be kind of funny. Now he's just going weird.
All of them kind of do.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking about podcasters, there is a weird division that's happening in the podcasting world. Let's get into that. As far as the right-leaning podcasters, as far as the entire GOP, let's talk about the entire Republican Party, the divisions. All right. So what is the Republican Party divided about? Well, Israel, that's a really big division, you know, whether or not, you know, we should fund them or condemn them. You know, that's a huge division. The second thing I would say would be the Ukraine thing for sure, the Russia thing, like whether or not we should fund them continuously or
Haven't we already?
I mean, yeah, exactly. Another thing, those are issues, real hard issues that are, the tariffs is a third issue because the old school GOP is about making that bread, big business, baby. Let's go.
What is GOP, bro?
The grand old party, baby. Come on now.
Cool. All right. I don't. Sure.
It's the GOP, the grand old party. That's just the name of the party.
Okay.
Yeah. It's an old school name.
In a million, I guess I could have Googled that, but
You didn't have to,
I just
baby.
don't-
You
yeah,
got you
I
got your
just-
boy Bobby.
Because I just don't care.
You got your
enough.
boy
Like,
Bobby
all right.
on the case.
Bobby footnotes.
I would've
Bobby
never-
footnotes.
I would've-
There you go.
I would have never guessed that's what it meant, dude.
I
thought it
mean,
was
at one
something-
point, I didn't know. I had to look it up
Yeah.
because you hear about that word GOP. It's like, what the
So you're saying like divisive as far as like these topics are dividing
the entire
podcasters?
no, they're dividing the
saying?
entire Republican Party,
Oh.
the entire GOP.
You mentioned podcasters. That's why I was like,
Yeah, well, they're a part of the party. You know, they influence the party as well. So
the GOP. We're
the
talking.
the GOP, the podcasters influence the party.
Okay.
You know, as far as who do you stand with? You know, who do you listen to? Podcasting is huge.
Yes.
What up?
Just cracking, cuz.
So we got Israel, we got Ukraine, we have tariffs. You know, tariffs are affecting policies. I mean, the notions behind the GOP because of the big business. The old school GOP is about big business. So another few things that are tearing it up is, well, we got Candace Owens going ham in the paint. You have the death of Charlie Kirk, which spawned
Her going ham.
her going ham,
Yeah, she went nuclear.
and still, you know,
I'm not a big fan of Erica Kirk. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. I don't know about her, dog.
I don't know what is going on with Turning Point.
She done turned.
She
done turned the
hey,
point.
they say that shit is all in the eyeballs, dog. And
If hers is something weird,
no,
dude.
if they editing some things and all that, but if she just got that look and she look evil. Bro.
I see it.
Yep.
She looks evil, dog. Like,
Yep, Turning
pure
Point done hit
evil.
it. It
I'm not
done hit
gonna
a
go
turning
as
point.
far as to say
you
she
know.
looks evil, but I can say that things look weird. Now
I don't know,
I
man.
can see why Candace is going so ham. All right, continuing on. Nick Fuentes. What do y'all know about that guy?
Nick,
Good
no, that's,
soccer player? I don't know.
No, that's Nick Shirley that did the stuff on Smollett,
Yeah,
right?
no. I'm
Nick
talking about Nick
Fuentes.
Fuentes.
Don't know.
Okay, so Nick Fuentes is this brand new. He's not even brand new. He's a podcaster that's been going ham for a while, but he is pretty much he's a white nationalist. All right, now he believes in white nationalism, so he doesn't believe in like different. He doesn't believe in different race marriages. He wants he wants a white America for
you're talking about.
you know
He looks like an Aryan type dude, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So Nick Fuentes, he's a brand new notion that's going on in the GOP. He has a huge following. His following is called Groypers. That's what they call his following, the Groypers. And his notions, his idea is basically white America. You know, like it's a little too goddamn dark in here. We need to go ahead and go back to what we remember, whiten it up, our Christian ideas and stuff like that. And he
When did he ever see it all white over here?
yeah, exactly.
When has it ever been all white over here?
I mean, you're
Just asking
you're
a
preaching to
question.
the choir, brother.
Just asking a question.
I'm not for Nick Fuentes, you know. In fact, I think he's a huge
What's his last name?
Fuentes. His
Right.
dad's half Mexican.
Right.
And he's against interracial?
He's against interracial for sure.
That dude's been indoctrinated on some
He
okay.
is something completely different. I've listened to a few of his podcasts because he started making a circuit in the podcast realm, which is why the GOP. This is another division of the GOP. Nah, we're good. But yeah. So he he is he's spreading this white nationalism, which is akin to what Hitler did. You know, to me, he's a brand new danger in the world, something that we can't allow. You know, obviously, freedom of speech. You know, let him cook, but let him cook himself into his own grave, and let everybody who believes in that shit make themselves known, because so we can call it as it is. Use a racist some bitch, and that's it.
Is he like an Andrew Tate type figure esque? Not saying same views, but same level.
I don't really follow Tate.
But you know who he is, correct?
I mean, I've heard his name, but I don't follow him.
Never. All right.
You know, the only thing I can describe him is as the way I've been describing him. He's a super white nationalist. He believes in everything I've said. You know, and he'll say it to your face, like, "Yeah, I'm racist, mother."
I think I've seen a couple little stupid little things about it. I may have been the same person, anyways. I don't know.
Dude's a wild animal.
Show me a picture of him. I just need to see a picture.
Yeah,
I don't want to
I'll pull
hear
him
any
up.
of his bullshit.
I'll even pull up some of his bullshit so we can.
I don't promote that bullshit.
I understand, but it's something that we have to address. There's an elephant in the room, and we have to talk about it. Like, hey, you know, like this guy should not be able to.
But like, who is he?
So.
Is he just simply like a influencer type dude? Like,
yeah,
okay,
just a YouTuber.
He's just like, okay,
just your basic YouTuber.
he's just a dude.
Yeah,
All right.
there he is.
I've never seen that dude.
Yeah, I know. That's not who I thought it was then.
That dude's only 27?
Yeah, super young.
Jesus, he looks like he's 40.
Well, that picture is kind of blurred out.
Oh,
Um, there's
totally different dude.
Yeah, this dude is a crazy guy. His views are completely wild. I spelled it right the first time. So let's just go to a quick clip here. If we can find one. I don't really want to dwell on this.
Stop acting, Erica. Yeah.
This is Nick at his most boring. So Nick is at his most entertaining. He's most fun and intelligent. An argument is this too. Like this is you know that old
raged. It's
what do you like about Hitler?
Oh my God, this guy
is already
keeps talking. Jesus Christ, I hate React videos. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, they got to, so not to do the copyright stuff.
Yeah. I saw, like I said, I saw this guy on a few of these goddamn episodes. I guess we'll just click on.
Isn't that like a thing with shorts, or you can just watch like a little 30-second? I guess the
I'll be honest with you,
desktop
I was a
version
little
is
nervous
different.
about this one. I was a little nervous. It's been a while since I did a combative interview with a liberal before, but I locked in.
He just called
That's
Pierce
simple.
Morgan
I
a
got
liberal.
dialed in. I locked in.
That's
I
that dude right there in the corner.
I strategized.
No. Oh.
I studied. And I came out on top, the reigning champion. Who's left? Who's even left? What else you got? What else you got? What time is it, huh?
Oh, he's just ranting.
Broken clock.
He's not even going to talk about it. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'll cut all this stuff out. I just want you guys to see this guy. He's a madman. Pierce Morgan. Here it is. Yeah, this is the one I saw.
And I speak provocatively about it. And I speak provocatively about our tribalistic instincts and tendencies as human beings. And I'm not a liberal ideologue that says that over time and with enough education, we're all going to see women need to shut the up. Blacks need to be imprisoned for the most part. And we would live in paradise. It's that simple.
Do I need to say more? That was the clip I was looking for.
Yeah, I want to hear some more, bro.
Let him cook, brother. Let that brother cook.
Let him get it, son. Hey, whatever he believes in, he believes in. But if you like they say, man, you give a person enough rope, man, to hang themselves.
Yep.
So there's probably enough people in the world that
Hey,
don't
well,
agree with that, you know, he'll be his own demise. You know,
130 of them, 130,000
130,000 thumbs
thumbs
up.
up
that
for
was
that video.
that was Pierce Morgan.
yeah.
That was Pierce Morgan. We're watching a Pierce Morgan interview, and what is it? 130. So it's Pierce Morgan that we're watching here. That's what got the 130. But what is alarming is the fact that this guy Nick Fuentes has a huge following. All right, so Pierce Morgan, what do we got? 4.32 million subs. All right, let's
Yeah,
go.
so,
over
he, so
here.
he, this dude streams what on YouTube, and that's his thing.
Probably
Fuentes.
he probably let's see, I can't even find his channel on YouTube. I guess he doesn't have a YouTube channel. He's
Probably
probably
not. He's probably like on X or something. Well, no, he's making these long ass videos though.
It's probably on Truth Social.
I don't know. He over there just putting it out there though. He's like, yes, yeah, I said it. Shut the up and lock them up.
Tripping time.
Golly.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
like you would. There's probably a lot of folks though that want to say that that just don't say it, you know, and they're like, you know, I'll let him say it. You know, they wouldn't say that out in public, you know.
Yeah.
And this dude's just out there with it. He don't give a fuck.
You got about 750,000.
No, that's not showing the right. It's not showing the right thing. Last I
that's
checked,
too many people.
last
dude.
I checked, it was 5 million subs.
God
5
bless.
million subscribers. So this is, I don't know why it's undercutting his subs like that.
What, on X, I'm assuming then? Or just in general? Like an overview? His X reinstatement in 2024 by Elon Musk.
Elon Musk reinstated him.
That's what it said.
Freedom of speech, baby.
He's like, hey, this,
I mean, I
that's
don't
what
have
I bought
to.
it for, right?
Yeah, I don't have to agree with
Supposedly.
what you said, but I'll give you the right to say it, brother.
Yep.
You know, hey, but yourself.
Yeah.
You know, because I get to say that too. You know, yourself.
Yeah.
You no chin having mother.
Damn.
Yeah, this is all wrong. This is still not reporting the right thing.
What? Just go to regular Google and see if it's even remotely close.
Yeah, thank you, Dave. You always have my back.
I'll be trying. Fuentes. Dude's got a name, Fuentes, boy, and he over there hating on everybody else. Hey,
Something else,
make it make sense, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. But that's what I'm saying. This is a part of the stuff that's tearing apart our party, is that people are actually following this guy. And let's see here. I don't know what any of this means, brother.
Yeah, I don't know what you're even on. YouTube, Social Blade.
I don't know what the hell that means.
Those are all different.
No
accounts.
idea.
Oh, his different accounts, like what is YouTube, TikTok,
So
and
he's got
stuff like.
64 account or subscribers on YouTube. No way. Oh, it says created on. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're looking at. So
like I said, I think he was up to 5 million on the last time I checked. But it doesn't matter. That's aside from the point. The main point is that so Nick Fuentes is a part of this divisive factor. Another thing was Kirk's death altogether. So when Kirk died, it brought out the worst in Candace Owens. It kind of almost fueled Fuentes because now these Kirk followers needed a place. They needed a home.
And
So
that's where they're landing.
some people did, yeah, for sure. And
the white man going over there hating, saying
Well, I
that
mean,
he's
you,
right about
you got to
that? Is
think.
there-
I mean, if your favorite guy was Kirk and he was assassinated, now you're pissed, and you have kind of a reason to be pissed, and so you're gonna direct that anger, and why not become a groiper? You know,
what?
a
Oh, that-
groiper.
That's what those.
That's what
people
his
that follow
following
that
is. Yeah,
guy. Reaper.
a groiper.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
Whatever. It
retarded.
doesn't even matter.
That's a name.
He's like, I'm just gonna make up a name. No, that's got to mean something.
Yeah,
That's got to mean something. Everything
Uh,
means something.
group of. Uh,
Hey now.
is that no? Is that play?
You say what you want, dude.
Yeah.
Say it.
Say well, it's my show.
And if he gets to say what he wants,
Fuentes does it.
yeah,
Mhm.
Fuentes be doing it.
All right, so Candace Owens, as far as the podcast world. Okay.
So what is she? So is she? I don't follow any of that. I just be
Hold
seeing
on, hold
little
on, hold
snippets of Kirk.
Let's start over. Yeah, sorry, I had a little bit of technical difficulties, and then we're back. What were you saying?
Candace Owens. I don't watch enough of any.
Okay,
man.
yeah,
I
so-
just be seeing Erica Kirk, right, the
Yep.
wife, and she just gives me the heebie-jeebies. But I don't know enough about Candace Owens. She was a friend, right?
Yeah, she was a good friend.
Yeah.
She actually used to work for Ben Shapiro. She did some stuff with Turning Point, I think, but
So now she's going off the deep end too.
Mhm.
She's all pissy about the situation, or what's her situation? She just upset.
well, to
That
sum
all
her up, she's basically pointing the finger at Israel, Turning Point, Erica Kirk herself, and even as far as like I think Egypt involvement as far as all this assassination stuff goes. Now, how do I tie all that together? I don't know. She does it pretty well, but she talks about how Kirk was the night before at some sort of meeting, and he was being pressured to, I guess, go easy on Israel or accept Israel or proclaim acceptance of some sort, or basically,
Kiss the wall.
yeah. So
Corner.
no, these are the Jews.
Okay, yeah.
So
Hmm.
what was I?
He was at a meeting.
Yeah, he was at a meeting,
Yeah.
and that's her allegation towards Israel, as far as that there were some people at that meeting that pressured him to speak highly of Israel, and apparently he didn't want to, or he was gonna something. And also Tucker Carlson, there was also his involvement with Tucker Carlson inviting him to the Turning Point end party, because Tucker Carlson had some, he was also speaking out against Israel. So there was also the thing about the 2 Egyptian planes that were following Erica Kirk for 2 years. Yeah, exactly. The look on
What?
your face says it all. What are you talking about?
I don't know enough about
Even
all this.
Tucker Carlson confirmed that there were 2 Egyptian planes following Erica Kirk around for the last 2 years.
Like the planes are following her, like as she's just walking around everywhere, like drones
Around the world.
or like as she's flying around going places, they're following her.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Either way, it's weird, but I don't know.
Yeah. So she goes ham as far as her whole theory. I like to tune in just to kind of see where she's at. But I don't know what the hell she's cooking up. You know what I mean? So we have what did I say? I had Candace, I got Fuentes, we got Tucker Carlson and Ben Shapiro. There's another division between the G.O.P. Whether you're for the Jews, Ben Shapiro's side, because Ben Shapiro built a lot of what today's party looks like because of his way of arguing.
He's a fast talker.
Yeah, he's
sure.
really quick with the argument, quick-witted.
Mhm.
So he's helped the GOP grow to where it's at. But now that there's all these allegations and suspicions towards Israel, and he's Israel first,
Mm-hmm.
there's
Yeah, he is.
there's a lot of confliction there. So that's another way the GOP is separated. Whether you follow Ben Shapiro or Tucker Carlson. Now, Tucker Carlson is real critical of Israel, and yet he's also speaks high praise of Qatar. So it's like, whoa, man, like, do you have to be one or the other? I mean, why can't you be America first? You know, like, he's over here talking about buying property in Qatar. Like, what are you talking about? Tucker Carlson buying property in Qatar? Like, why? Why would you do that? Those values do not match with ours. You know, like, about what we were just talking about. Like, so, yeah, I'm sure there's good money over there, but those aren't Western ideals. You know, like, why would you condone that? Why would you put yourself in a situation where you would have to see that stuff? You know, like over there on that side of the world, let's say all the things that we're talking about, you know, a stoning, a hand chopping,
I don't think any of that goes down in Qatar. I think Qatar is more civilized, as in Abu Dhabi or Dubai.
Okay.
So I don't think Qatar is like village and shit like that, you know?
So they don't practice the Quran over there?
Not saying they don't. But when I was in where I was at, you're not seeing that. You know what I'm saying? You're not in America. I wasn't going to the places where they were stoning these broads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't. We drove through the village, and we drove through the village. That was it. Craziest thing I saw was a cow getting its neck hacked for the butcher block that morning, right on the street curb. Three little Iraqis, dude. It was the craziest, man. But yeah, nah, you don't see that stuff. You know what's happening. But that stuff.
Is it because they knew the Americans were there?
Yeah, whatever reason.
They really just do that shit right in the middle of the road just for everybody to see, and they're like, Americans are here.
Yeah.
Put it away.
Huh.
Fucked up. But, I mean, you never know. I don't know.
So, but yeah.
So the interest of Qatar is what? Part of
The United Emirates?
it's its own
Sure on
it's
that.
its own country or what?
Yeah.
It's Qatar is Qatar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But anyway, so there's that. So we got all these podcasters picking sides. I mean, Theo Vaughn talking about Qatar. You know, we've got it's very, very weird. So the GOP is completely shattered right now. And I think it all kind of started when like Kirk died. And there was another weird. Okay, so a lot of people talk a lot of shit about Candace and what she's doing with Kirk's death, as far as exploiting his death for views and money and all that stuff, with this podcast investigation that she's doing. And I'm like, yeah, but what about Steven Crowder? Now, I know you guys remember Steven Crowder back in the day.
Name sounds familiar.
Changed my mind.
Changed my mind. He was before.
Any of these cats.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't Charlie Kirk that did that, bro?
He was before Charlie Kirk.
Are you fucking shitting? I was just telling my wife the other day that that's the only reason why I really knew who Charlie Kirk was, because he was the Change My Mind guy. That's not...
I think
Change his mind.
Bro, are you
I'm
I'm dead
honestly-
ass serious? I thought that was Charlie
Bro,
Kirk,
your
bro.
mind's blown, bro.
I thought that's how Charlie Kirk got his start. Like that's where he would go to college campuses and he would do that, right?
Damn whites all look alike.
Oh Lord, I look like a whole. My wife agreed with me there that we both don't have any
Boy, y'all
idea.
some schmucks, dog. Jesus.
yeah, Steven
What?
Crowder, his thing was a little different. I think it was called Change My Mind. It was
Yeah.
Change My Mind. So his was to Change My Mind, and Kirk's was Prove Me Wrong.
Yeah, because the Change My Mind was the thing where it was like a little drape or
sat
a little
there,
thing
yeah.
over the little folding table,
Yep.
and you come up and talk to him, right?
Yep.
I've seen that before a couple times, not too much, but they used to make memes of it. You know, people would change the wording to
Yeah, he's
whatever.
the, yep,
Change my mind. You know, dude, no way, bro.
That's the guy. He's
I
the
feel
guy
like a
who
whole asshole.
he's the guy who started it, pretty much. Okay,
You got to be
but check this out, man.
Christ.
Oh my god.
I think it was just yesterday, the day before, we had that conversation too.
So
Good Lord Almighty. I'm about to have a conversation with her now. Let her know that we're both wrong.
So Steven Crowder made a return.
Yeah, because he had quit doing this for a while.
Sorry about that. I tried to find a video, but he basically makes a return.
Be able to change my mind.
Okay, so that's
a pretty good little intro right there.
to me that seemed gross.
What?
This is 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks after Kirk died.
Mm-hmm.
And then he does this like, oh, they said it couldn't be done. And to me, it seemed like the grossest thing ever. Like Kirk dies and then you immediately try to fill that vacuum. To me, that seemed like a more blatant kind of disrespect to the name of what Kirk was. It seems more on the point of what he was trying to do, but it just seemed gross. Like it seemed, I don't know, it seemed absurd that he would do it in such a way.
I mean, was he not planning to do it ever again?
No.
Like it was.
I
like,
think he had quit because
violence.
security. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So like he wasn't planning on doing it again. So I guess in his head he's thinking that, you know, hey, he's got to keep it going because don't want to be silenced kind of thing.
Yeah. But check this out.
Does he believe the same kind of things that Kirk
So a
was
couple
on?
of years, real talk. Why do young black men fight in packs?
Damn.
Yeah, that is not Kirk. That is not the way Kirk spoke. Pax is not a word you use to describe other humans. It's a word you use to describe dogs. All right? Black men fight in packs. Yeah, I would say they fight in groups, hordes. They would fight in gangs.
I would say groups.
You know, gangs, but packs? You, Crowder. You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to be some sort of spokesman for free speech, which is awesome. Do that.
And he's free speeching.
But be better with your speech. To
Maybe
me,
I don't know.
to me that seems like, okay, so we lost Kirk and now we got this.
Is that shit after Kirk right there?
Yeah, no, this you see the beard, that's after his return. You know, this is like now he's got a show and now he's something because Kirk's dead.
Now he's just riding on some coke. Where had he been the whole time while Kirk was out here?
Nowhere near what Kirk is. Basically, obviously you saw that little intro. He had he tried to do a couple years, you know.
Yeah, because he said something about after years.
After years,
He's like, I made my return after years, or after years I had to come back, or something like that. He said something about years that he was basically not doing this.
Yeah. So
how many that is, I don't know.
To me, that is way more disgusting as to what Candace is doing. Candace actually had a tie with Kirk.
Yeah.
Candace was a friend. This guy here is filling a vacuum, and he's filling it with bullshit, like describing black men as packs.
They didn't know each other, or
they probably did.
Or some barbershop sit
or I
down
guess
type
you know,
shit.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Oh, you're talking about Kirk and Crowder?
Yeah, like they
maybe,
may
but
have known each other, but
but
I don't
that
know.
doesn't change the fact that they're two different things. You know what I mean? Kirk spoke eloquently, you know, with his. I mean, I'm sure he had some. I'm sure he spoke a lot of mad, but to me, I don't know, man. I
mean, I'm sure. Yeah, if you dissect everything that all these people are saying, there's something in there that you'll find. I'm sure that sounds hateful or sounds bad to somebody.
Yeah,
you know, maybe he didn't mean it like that. Maybe he did. Maybe that's exactly what the he meant. You know? Like you pack of wild dogs. Or maybe he wasn't trying to say that at all, and he just said that. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, it just seems disgusting to me.
I just, you know, I don't watch any of these guys like that. So Charlie Kirk was a big name that came up, and I thought the two freaking guys were the same, one and the same. Apparently, they're not.
No.
So you know,
one of them's a piece of
you know.
And one of them's not around.
And I don't know enough about either one to tell you who's the bigger, but maybe both of them are. Who knows? I don't.
Kirk was bigger. Yeah, he started Turning Point.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
So,
Well, anyway, let's wrap it up for today, gentlemen.
I want to hear some more of that.
You got any more final thoughts for this episode? Let's see. What did we talk about? We talked about Maduro's being captured, whether or not Mexico is getting that smoke next.
I'm gonna get me a timeshare in Venezuela.
Yeah,
Oh.
Venezuela time
dude.
swears.
I'm thinking Qatar. Go get me some property in Qatar. Should be busting in Qatar apparently.
Venezuela's closer.
Oh, okay. Probably cheaper.
Yeah.
Final thoughts for me, or it's crazy what happened over there as far as Venezuela. You know, it's wild that it happened so fast. But he said he was going to do it. He did it, and maybe it'll clean some shit up. And Mexico better watch their ass.
I dig it.
You know.
Yeah.
Because if it's on the same level, then if you did it, I don't know. Why hasn't he done it to Mexico though? I'm kind of curious about that.
Like I said, I think Mexico's gonna get that smoke next.
We'll see.
You know, the only reason why I think it's not being done is because of how it would look to Americans. You know, like Americans would be not for that. You know what I mean? Not a lot of Americans would be like, yeah, invade Mexico, or yeah, go take out President Scheinbaum. Yeah.
So are they cool with it because Venezuela's further away and it's not?
It's because Maduro
right
actually
here?
has crimes, I guess, on his. He's been indicted or whatever. Whereas we ain't indict Scheinbaum. You know what I mean? She hasn't committed crimes.
We just don't
think.
have the proof yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe. I don't know.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you got, Goldstein? Any final thoughts?
Goldstein.
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, my final thoughts for this episode are definitely gonna have to be about the GOP's division. That stuff is something I'm very, very curious about as far as how we're gonna bring it all back together, or what the party's gonna look like when it does come back, or if it comes back as something completely different, you know? And I'm worried about it being divided into parties like Groypers and Crowders and things that change the way we look at the country as a whole, where white nationalism gets, a lot louder, because I'm a little too dark for all that, bruh. So I guess just always remember, keep love in your heart and leave no room for hate.